Hello, good evening, and welcome back to West Ham United's official YouTube channel for some more Premier League 2 action as the Young Hammers take on London rivals Fulham in the round of 16 of the Premier League 2 at Motspur Park, Fulham's training ground. I'm Jude Deedigan, and I'll be running you through proceedings this evening. For those listening in, feel free to interact through the live chat attached to the stream and let us know where you're watching from this evening. So, west and east of the capital collide tonight with a burgeoning group of young cottagers hosting Greg Lincoln's side this evening. Fulham will be the favourites after finishing in 4th in the league phase, only 5 points off table toppers and neighbours Chelsea, but the Hammers fear no one after enjoying an impressive season thus far, including a large majority of this group reaching the final of the National League Cup, which of course they only lost on penalties to National League high flyers Boreham Wood last month. Safe to say, this round of 16 tie has all the ingredients to be a captivating spectacle here in West London. So, with kick-off approximately 5 minutes away here at 7 p.m, it's now seems like an opportune time to go through the two lineups, starting with today's host, Fulham. So, in goal is number 1, Alfie McNally. He is also wearing the captain's armband this evening. Number 2 is Bradley De Jesus. Number 3, Jonathan Nsenga. Number 4, Sam Amissa. Number 5, Eddie Nsassi. Number 6 is Seth Chinwaro. Number 7, Macaulay Zeppa. Number 8 is Alfie White. Number 9, Tom Wingate. Number 10, Jaden Quashie. And number 11 is Farhan Ali Wahid. On the substitutes bench for the Cottagers is number 13, goalkeeper Marco Underwood. Number 14, Nazim Ben Chiata. Number 15, Dan Casey. Number 16, Joe Walters. And number 17, Brody Dare. And the West Ham team, Greg Lincoln has named the following side. In goal is number 1, Finley Hooper. Number 2 is Jeffro Medine. Number 3 is Ryan Oyabade. Number 4 is Aridas Golan-Beckis. He is of course wearing the captain's armband this evening. Number 5 is Josh Briggs. Number 6 is Ezra Mayers. Number 7 is Preston Fearon. Number 8, Lewis Orford. Number 9, lead line is Dan Cummings. Number 10 is Josh Ajala. And finally, number 11 is Regan Clayton. On the substitutes bench for the Hammers this evening, number 12, Louis Brown. Number 13, goalkeeper Larry Awisu. Number 14, Gabriel Kaliste. Number 15, Riley Hagen. And number 16 is Andre Dyke. So here we are then, round of 16 of the Premier League 2. So for those of you who aren't aware, because of course the league phase has now ended, 20 games have been played by each team. We're now breaking into the knockout stages, so the winner of tonight's game between Fulham and West Ham will play the winners of Ipswich Town versus Brighton Hove Albion. Just going to go through a few of the other round of 16 ties across the competition. Chelsea, first seeds, are hosting Middlesbrough. Tottenham Hotspur are playing Leicester City, so that's on the West Ham side of the brackets, so we could face either of those teams later on in the tournament. On the other side of the bracket, Southampton play Aston Villa, Manchester City play Arsenal, Liverpool and Crystal Palace come to blows, and Manchester United face off against Sunderland. Thank you everyone for just tuning in here live from Hotspur Park for the Premier League 2 round of 16 tie, a West versus East London derby. Been informed there's actually no live chat tonight, so apologies for that. Thank you everyone for tuning in this evening. A reminder, if the scores are level after 90 minutes this evening, 2 15-minute halves of extra time will be played to determine a winner. If they're still level after that, a penalty shootout will be required. So there will be a winner tonight. The two teams just awaiting to come onto the pitch here, led out by the two skippers, Aridas Golan-Beckis and the goalkeeper West Ham, Alfie McNally, and here they come. A beautiful day for it here in southwest London. The sun has been shining. We're just going to see it set over as this game is being played. Perfect conditions for it. Of course, West Ham in their famous claret and blue. Fulham in white with black strip. So of course, Fulham finished 4th in the league phase, West Ham 13th, for they're only 8 points behind the Cottagers. The two teams have actually met this season already a few months back. Fulham ran out 5-0 winners that day, so Greg Lincoln and his side will be hoping they can get some revenge this evening. It would be very sweet if they can topple their London rivals to get through to the last 8 of this competition. Of course, had some really good experience. The majority of this team in knockout games this season. Got to the final of that National League Cup, but they only lost on penalties to Boreham Wood, so vastly experienced side, despite being, of course, all around 20. The two teams just completing their 2 handshakes, just going through the last pieces of warm-ups and stretches, just making sure they're all ready for action. It should be a frenetic game here. Of course, West Ham looking to bounce back, lost 3-2 away to rival Spurs to start the month. Fulham actually recorded a statement victory against West Ham rivals and eventual league topplers Chelsea 2-1, which put an end to 2 defeats after losing to Stoke and Nottingham Forest. And the manager of Fulham under-21s is no stranger to West Ham United. It is none other than Hayden Mullins, of course, made over 200 appearances in the early noughties at Upton Park, so a bit of a subplot there tonight. So the 2 captains are in the centre circle. Of course, Adaslon Bekis of Lithuanian descent, been on the bench multiple times for the senior team this season. Only 18 years old. Just shows how much faith that Greg Lincoln and the West Ham Academy setup have in the young centre-back, giving him the captain's armband, trusting him. He's actually part of a select group to captain a under-21 age group under the age of 18 and under, so that just exemplifies how much is thought of him. Just about ready to kick off here. It's Fulham versus West Ham. Premier League under 20, Premier League 2, round of 16. West Ham to kick things off. Fear on standing over it. And West Ham will like to start quickly and fly out the traps here. Just awaiting the referee's whistle, and we'll be underway here. A beautiful day in the capital. Referee blows a whistle. Fear on goes back towards Orford, who launched it long. Unfortunately, straight out play for a Fulham throw-in. Only chance for them to assert some dominance. Only to Jesus standing over it. He'll launch it long down the line. One there by Oyabade. Now it's dropped to feet with Jala. He can't quite trap the ball. Heading forward once more. Fulham have it. It's loose in there, and it's Dan Cummins who's making a nuisance of himself early on. Lays it off to Medine. Medine will cross early, and towards the middle, it's over the head of Josh Ajala, who's coming in at the back post. Couldn't quite connect with it. Fulham clear, only as far as Oyabade. Let's see with Colin Beckers. Wide now. Sam Strong starts the game. Looking to stamp things up. See it's Orford who goes back. And that's all the way back, and first touch of the ball for West Ham goalkeeper Finley Hooper. Fires it into the path of Fearon, but he can't quite pick out his midfield partner in Orford, and Fulham have the ball back once more with Seth Chinwara out wide to Senga. To Chinwara. Fulham build back Hayden Mullins' team. They start early with home advantage, of course, which is an award for finishing above West Ham. Finished 4th, only 5 points off the top of the table, so they're clearly a side with lots of quality. Doesn't quite work out, and it's only opportunity for Finley Hooper to get his palms on the ball. What a break! Good work in there by Colin Beckers, just to get it back to his goalkeeper. Comfortable play out the back is Medine, closed down quickly by Senga. And the captain for West Ham, that's Colin Beckers, who was felled in there, and it's a free kick to West Ham. We've seen that a lot this season from this young group of players, believing in their ability, encouraged to play out from the back. Of course, that comes with its risks, but also with its rewards as well. And they just won an early free kick. A good start to this game, good tempo to it, both teams. Of course, we're both to advance into the final eight. It will be a winner tonight. It's long by Hooper into under Sky, but he's miscued that. It's gone straight out of play for a Fulham throw-in. Jonathan Senga will take for the Cottagers. Last time out, losing to a London rival, which has put things right this evening. It's made by Senga down the line. Tom ahead of forward Tom Wingate. Back in midfield now, West Ham with defender line. Orford able to turn. So dangerous in tight pockets. There's a Jala now. Looking to break down this left flank. Display a 1-2 now with Clayton. He sees his pathway blocked. Out of play for another throw in. Jala and Clayton, they'll be looking to combine to devastating effect once more. Of course, Joshua Jala, 7 goals and 5 assists and 13 Premier League 2 appearances. Almost a goal contribution every game. To add to that tally, as the West Ham skipper Aridas Colin Beckis is preparing to take this throw. It's a long throw in towards the middle. It's got a lot of distance on it, but claimed by the Fulham goalkeeper in there. Now they'll launch a counter-attack long. A sliding challenge in there by Orford. He's won the ball back. Now here's Cummins. Put things in play. He hasn't. He's intercepted. There was good pressure in there by Seth Chingwaro, forcing the West Ham striker to kick it out of play. Really meaty challenge in there from Orford just to break up the counter-attack. Of course, that long throw that Aridas Colin Beckis possesses is such a threat, such a weapon. I'm sure we'll see that. I'm sure that won't be the last time we see that this evening. Ryan Obade's turn now to take the throw in. Finance goal. Remains goalless. No chance for either side thus far, but West Ham definitely dominated possession. Orford comes short to receive it. Back to number 3 of West Ham, Oyabade. Propelled forward. Cummins once more. He's going to play that focal point. But he can't make it stick, and Fulham have it again now with a Senga. Checks back and goes back in towards central defence, receives it back. It's Fearon who's applying the press for West Ham. And it's recycled well by Jaden Quashie. He's dropping deep to receive it. Back out now to Senga. Here comes Dean, but he can't pressure. Fearon now going to chase down the goalkeeper, who is, of course, the captain, Alfie McNally. He's just, you can see there, shielding the sun. I wonder if that's going to play a factor this evening. It's obviously a beautiful day. Lovely day to play football, but of course, that comes with the effects on the goalkeeper. Wonder if we'll see a cap from either goalkeeper at some point this evening. That was a misplaced pass in there. Presents West Ham with possession once more, as Clayton prepares to take this throw-in. Towards Cummins once more. No one was tracking him there. He's able to track the ball and play it back to Colin Beckis. Here's Medine now. Chance to look up. It's a drive at his fullback. Zips it in towards the middle. It's attacked in there. It was a strong volley and connection from Ajala. Hit it well, but couldn't quite keep it down. But that's certainly the best chance of the game so far. It's Josh Ajala looking to add and score his 8th goal of the season. It was a good cross in there from Jeffro Medine. Fizzed it into the middle. Was begging to be attacked, and Ajala met it well. Volleyed it high and wide, but an early warning sign that for Fulham. Here's now the feet of Farhan Al Wahid. Great turn away from Medine. Zips it into Quashie. Of course, Ali Wahid, last time the two sides met, scored a brace, so he'll be looking to score again. Here come Fulham down the right-hand side. It's into the middle. It's cleared well in there. It was a crucial intervention, that, from Mayers. Had to get that one right. And did. Of course, Mayers, so much experience this season in the senior team. 10 appearances, of course. Was prevalent in the FA Cup run for the senior team. Played 120 minutes versus Burton Albion, 90 minutes versus QPR as the Hammers progressed. Of course, Nuno Espirito Santo, first team manager, clearly thinks a lot of him. Now it's with Senga once more, down the line. For Ali Wahid, Jeffrey Medine nips in, wins the ball, and it's back off the diminutive Fulham forward for a West Ham throw-in. That's going to be an interesting battle all evening, Medine versus Ali Wahid. He has his work cut out, Medine, to make sure Ali Wahid can't trouble Hammers again. That's launched long and out of play. Fulham have possession again once more. Here at Hotspur Park. Just looking for a ball here, I believe, Senga. does eventually receive one. And things will get back in the way. Just having a brief conversation there with Hayden Mullins, his manager. He's been a nice touch of any player so far, so he's been heavily involved. That's a heavy touch in there from the Fulham man, Tom Wingate. And now it's a chance for Briggs to get on the ball. Hasn't said as much so far this evening. And one of his first actions is actually to kick it out of play for another Fulham throw-in. Send it to take once more. Short down to Quashie, back to Senga. He's chasing him and closing him down, as is Cummings. Cummings now towards the goalkeeper, but he gets it clear. Beating in there was Mayers, as Oyabade has come across to help out. Fearon can't connect with his header, but luckily for West Ham, the header is out of play for another throw. Just reaching a bit of a stalemate here. Josh Briggs, 23 appearances across all academy games this season, 13 of them coming in the Premier League 2. He scored in the FA Youth Cup final, one of his first touches in 2023 for the Hammers, so he's been in that academy setup for quite a few years now, one of the more experienced heads in this team. One in there by Orford. Now here's Preston Fearon, driving forwards in towards the box, lays it off now to Medine, who can zip it in first on once more. Another dangerous looking cross. Flat footed, I think it was Clayton at the back stick, who was caught slightly flat footed there, couldn't receive the ball. In fact, I think it was Cummings. Clayton was the man tracking back. Again, Medine, we've seen 2 or 3 times already this evening when he gets in that position, zipping it in towards the box first time. Those deliveries are causing problems for the back line. Just about dealing with it astutely so far, as we're just reaching the 10th minute. And Sassy on the ball, out wide to Quashie once more. Back to Eddie and Sassy. Over to Amissa. Just skips past Ajala, does well there. Driving forward still, Ajala's looking to snap at his heels. It's a switch of play, and it will pick out Asenga. Does well to head it back to Ali Wahid. Asenga will leave it for Quashie. Looks to zip it in first time. It's a really dangerous ball. Here's Ali Wahid now on the edge of the box. Chance for Fulham. It's laid back out wide to Asenga, who will deliver in first time. No one in white's waiting. It's back to the back stick now. Chance still alive. Cutting inside to left foot. It's a shot. It's repelled by the feet of Finley Hooper. Really good positioning there from the young goalkeeper, the 18-year-old. Had to get that one right. That was a first chance, first foray forward really for Fulham. They looked very dangerous. It was Clayton out there who was looking to do his defensive duties. I think it was Zeppa who cut inside onto his weaker foot and troubled the goalkeeper. Here's Ali Wahid. Fulham come forward once more. And Sassy. Greg Lincoln will just be telling his side to make sure they don't concede early here. Again, that was a bit of an early warning sign there of what Fulham are capable of when they're in full flow. That's a loose touch. That's really good anticipation by Clayton. Here come West Ham with Dan Cummings. It's Fearon free on the right hand side. He doesn't use a no Cummings. He tries to check it back to Ajala. Chance going. Fearon was in acres of space there. Cummings couldn't quite release him and then tried the deft flick towards Ajala. Just padded out by a sea of white shirts. It's back in midfield now with Chingwaro. Left by De Jesus. Back with number 7 now, Zeppa. Out wide to Asenga. Good first touch, take it into his stride. Out wide to Ali Wahid, who's keeping the width for the Cottagers. And Medine, always not too far away, but here's Ali Wahid. He's got away from the right back, plays a 1-2 with Quashie. Doesn't receive the cut back, and now here come West Ham with Orford. Cummings on the slide, can he keep it alive? He will. Worked out wide to Ajala. Fearon's on the right hand side once more. Josh Ajala driving forwards. Round the corner, couldn't quite pick out Ajala once more. And the linesman's flag is up actually on the far side for offside. But it was a good, encouraging move that. led by the lively Josh Ajala. Still goalless here, but certainly when both teams come forward, especially on the break, with the pace both teams possess in those forward areas, it's so dangerous.
We'll never do it.
Back now with Asenga. Comes down quickly by Medine, forces Asenga long. It's a really good flick in there by Wingate. Fulham look to press forward now on the right hand side with Zepper. He's got De Jesus on the overlap. He will use him. He'll reach. He'll try and cut it back. It's blocked in there. It's not a great clearance in there. And there is the opening goal. And it is once more Farhan Ali Waheed, who haunts West Ham once more. Scored 2 against them in February, and has added to his tally against the Hammers this evening with a rasping finish, leaving Finley Hooper with absolutely no chance. There was a poor clearance in there. I believe it was Oya Bade who swung at it, didn't get the contact required to clear his lines. 14 minutes gone, Fulham have the advantage. And in fairness, last 5 or 10 minutes, they have certainly had the better of it. Really simple flowing move. Another counter-attack. It was De Jesus who was creating the option on the overlap. He was used. His pass into the box wasn't actually the greatest. It was cut out by the West Ham defence, but they couldn't clear their lines, and Ali Waheed cutting in from the left-hand side, drifting into central positions, is so dangerous. West Ham now will have to look for a response as we just approach the quarter of an hour mark here at Motspur Park. Launched long by Eridas Golombekis, giving something for Cummins to chase. So now once more, and it's a foul in there from Clayton, slightly frustrated maybe after going a goal down. Just caught Zepper in that. Now a free kick to Fulham. Of course, yeah, 5-0 in the last meeting. Craig Lincoln will be hoping his side can bounce back and respond quickly to ensure there isn't another afternoon or evening, I should say, like that. Of course, they only finished 8 points behind Fulham in the league phase, West Ham, so not really too much separate the two sides in that regard. As it's long by the goalkeeper and Fulham captain McNally. Okay, we'll just see loads of players shielding their eyes from the sun. It is slowly setting, but as it does, it is impairing some of the visibility. That's another free kick to Fulham. It was a misser this time, who got past his man and was tripped. And just presenting opportunity for Fulham just to keep their control on the game, especially now with a lead to protect. It's back now with the goalkeeper. Plays it back towards Admissa. Missed by the De Jesus there, but it does reach the Fulham man. Here's Quashie now. Time to turn and zip it out wide, looking for the goal scorer Ali Waheed. Plenty of space and a good first touch, driving at Medine. Ali Waheed cuts inside onto his right foot, shoots. Not the worst effort in the world, and Hooper needed 2 bites at it to claim it, and did. I think it was Wingate closing him down there, looking to profit on a potential rebound, but Hooper made sure the striker couldn't gobble up a second. Come off the back of Preston Fearon. Don't think he knew too much about that, but it's a fantastic touch nonetheless, and he does get it back to Briggs, who drops his shoulder well to get away from Wingate. He's full of energy. Here's Hooper again. Here's Ali Waheed cutting in, looking to score a second brace against West Ham this season. That one had a lot of curl, probably too much curl from Ali Waheed's perspective, as it went straight into the goalkeeper's grasp. It's back now with Fulham goalkeeper Alfred McNally. He's just going to draw in the press of Cummings. Of course, Fulham now in no rush. He will go long. The goalkeeper up to this right hand side. First contact is a West Ham one, but it's dropped in midfield. Now it's over with Zepper. Back to De Jesus. Zepper once more. Definitely a good relationship between those two, as we saw for the goal. Nissa back towards Eddie and Sassy, and now here's Jonathan Asenga. He goes down the line. Is that offside? Onside he is. It's running through his Quashie. Lines with flag, stays down. Cleared at the back stick, but that was definitely something Craig Lincoln won't be too pleased with there. How easy it was for Quashie to break past the defensive line. As that ball's cut out, Joanna can't reach it. disjointed back line there, giving Quashie acres of space to drive through. Linesman's flag did stay down. And a few of the West Ham defenders were looking over to see if that would save him, but fortunately for them, Quashie, who's on the ball once more, has been covered every blade of grass so far. Yeah, opening 18 minutes. Yeah, unfortunately, he couldn't do anything with the attack. West Ham really got to be careful that that sort of error doesn't happen often, because it inevitably will be punished. Throw now, we're batted to take. 16 appearances in this competition this season. Of course, played grassroots football until the age of 14. A late bloomer, but certainly a really key cog in Greg Lincoln's side. Clayton will take this. He'll go long down the line. Again, looking this time for Cummings once more. It's kept in play by Zepper. And now with Alfie White. Back to the goalkeeper. Fear on there, looking to profit and trying to sneak in and pick the pocket of the Fulham defence, but couldn't quite anticipate in time. But West Ham forced Fulham long, and Hooper will have possession again. And will pick it up after being chased down by Wingate. Of course, yeah, just a reminder, if this game is level at the end of the 90 minutes, extra time will be required, and then still level after that. Here is Preston Fearon, hang about, here come West Ham. Fearon checks back and plays it through to Medine, left by Cummings. Medine to the bar line, it's cut. Quarter of uncertainty. It's a really good shot in there from Clayton, saved or blocked in there by the Fulham defence. It was a really crowded penalty box. It's Clayton, who's unmarked to the back post, caught it sweetly but cleared. But that's encouraging sign. Again, it was Jeffro Medine who's been West Ham's brightest attacking spark so far, picking out his opposite wing back. Alfred McNally goal was equal to it. Orford's going to spin it around the corner first time. That's a searching ball for Medine to latch onto, and he will. He's going to volley it in first time. Is he caught late there? Referee doesn't give anything. Conor Becker's competing in there to keep it alive. Here's Orford, again able to turn. Orford has Fearon in the pockets, onto his left foot, looks to play in Cummings, caught flat-footed, and now here come Fulham with Quashie. Striding over the halfway line, he's not got many options around him. Orford closes him down, wins the ball. Doesn't really throw in, that goes Fulham's way. Yeah, that's probably the biggest chance of the game so far for West Ham. Wing back to wing back. No one was tracking Regan Clayton. He did well to reach it, but as mentioned, caught it sweetly. There's so many bodies in there. Sometimes you see those sort of strikes take a decisive deflection. This time it was blocked and cleared. Throw will be left for Asenga to take for the Cottagers. As we approach the midway point of the first half. And 1 goal to the good, courtesy of Farhan Ali Wahid. Neat footwork in there from Quashie to get away from Orford and Fearon, and he's fouled. The referee will not play advantage, he actually will call it back, and I think he's going to book Jeffro Medine. Here he is. It was a late challenge there from the fullback. Catching Quashie late, who skillfully got out of a tight spot away from Orford and Fearon initially. I think he's actually feeling the full effects of that challenge from Medine. It was late, it was robust. No malice in the challenge, but certainly something for the referee to feel the need to punish Medine, who now will be walking the tightrope for the remainder of the game. I mentioned that battle with Farhan Ali Wahid and Quashie against Medine, two really talented players for Fulham. Medine's evening is now going to get just slightly harder. So free kick to Fulham, 40 yards out. So we have one player wall for West Ham. Just trying to organise. It is Finney Hooper. Stenger is standing over it. Chance to whip it in with his left foot. It's a curling ball. Search towards the back stick. It's in. It's blocked. In fact, thought I just reached all the way in there from number 5 and Eddie and Sassy. I think it's out for a corner, or maybe the linesman's flag is up. It wasn't acres of space once more. I think it's actually Clayton just asking the question of the linesman. Really good ball in there from Asenga, who's now going over to take the corner. Good contact, blocked by Clayton. It will be the first corner of the match. Another chance for the left back to tease in a set piece. That one was dangerous. What can he do from this one? He's got the likes of White, Sassy and Misser to aim for. Be a left-footed in-swinger, something for West Ham to defend. Delivered in there. It's got a lot of power towards the back stick. It's connected with, kept alive. Fearon helps it on. It's hit by Quashi, cleared. Only as far. Strike from distance is parried by Hooper. Fulham looking to force it home. There was a flick in there eventually by a Misser. He couldn't quite keep it in. It's a goal kick. But once more, Fulham probing. And Finley Hooper, a really strong save. Again, it came through a crowded penalty box. He would have seen that late. He got down well. West Ham in a rush to get things underway with Medine zipping it down the line for Fearon. Back to Jeffrey Medine, looking to take the touch into his stride. Fearon picks up Golden Beckis. Neat turn from the skipper. Finds Oyabade, pokes it through for a Jala. Over the halfway line, breezes past his man, he's hauled back. That will be a free kick. I think Alfie White will be lucky to escape a booking himself there after Jeffrey Medine picked one up. It was cynical. I think the referee is going to opt to be slightly lenient in his approach here. So no yellow card for White, but a free kick for West Ham with Lewis Orford standing over it and a chance for the likes of Briggs and Golden Beckis to push up from the back. It's towards the back stick, connected with there by Ezra Mayers on the stretch. Unmarked, got away from the defence, couldn't quite reach it with the contact required. Did well to reach it. It was another searching ball from Lewis Orford. Fulham defence caught napping. And Mayers will probably feel like he's a player of his quality. Could have done better there. Has scored in this competition this season. West Ham apply the press once more, but Fulham just about got out of hot water. Or have they? Here's Fearon. Lovely little nutmeg in there. Fearon releases Cummings. He can't quite receive it though. Cleared by Asenga as far as Clayton, who helps it in first time towards the back stick, looking for Medine. He's forced wide. Orford can swing it in first time. Cleared again. Quashi. That's a loose pass from him for a player of his quality. Fearon once more has it. Forced back to Golden Beckis. Better this from West Ham. Here's Briggs. Out wide to Medine. Just to play a 1-2 with Orford, will he? No. Orford will turn instead and clip it towards the back stick. Looking for the run again. This time of Clayton. But the ball doesn't quite have the accuracy needed for Clayton to connect. It's out of play for a Fulham goal kick. But much better from West Ham perspective. Ezra Mayers came close. It was dangerous possession play in the back line from Fulham. Presenting the Hammers with it to showed a lot of industry to win that back. Here's to Jesus now. Again, turnover of possession. Presents West Ham with it. It's now through to Preston Fearon. Onto left foot, trying to keep it alive. The chance was there, but couldn't quite pull the trigger. And by the time he got his feet settled, for the defence have got back. And Fearon then looked to unselfishly tee up a teammate. But once more, Fulham careless in possession. West Ham doing well to win it back. Mayers plays over to Oyabade. Now the spaces are opening up. Good spell this for the visiting side. Fearon dropping deep to receive it. Clayton down the line looking for Oliver Jala. Will he reach it? He will. Trying to fashion an opportunity to cross it into the box. He's forced back, Ajala. Lovely little nutmeg into Clayton, who will zip it in, but only as far as Ali Waheed, who now looks to break. Close control, and now finds to Jesus. White even. To Jesus. Back with Missa, now in Sassy. Fulham just needs to keep hold of it. That's what Hayden Mullins will be telling his team. And it may be telling his team to go long as well, because this West Ham press is forcing them into a few errors. He's eventually launched long. Clayton competing up against De Jesus. It runs through to Oyabade. Down the line now for Ajala, who will keep this in play. Josh Ajala, chance to break forward once more for the number 10, but he sees his pathway blocked by a Missa. Missed opportunity that from Ajala. Certainly a confident young man. Couldn't quite execute the dribble to perfection there. But West Ham have it back once more. Medine does well to keep that in play. Just about. Lovely control in there from Nsassi. Forced wide though. Off Medine's face for a Fulham throw-in. Again, former Hammer, Hayden Mullins in the Fulham dugout will just be telling his young sides just to slow things down slightly. Greg Lincoln will be saying more of the same. A reminder that the winners of this tie will face the winners of Ipswich Town versus Brighton Hove Albion in the quarter-final of the Premier League 2 knockout phase. So, plenty to play for and plenty of time still from West Ham perspective. So, a collision off the ball there from Wingate, who's getting to his feet. Referee thinks he's going to have a conversation with Josh Briggs just to ensure he's not towing over the wrong side of the legality line. It's a pretty honest conversation there. I think the referee is just making his case. Again, no malice, but Briggs' intervention did cause Wingate to hit the deck just in front of Hayden Mullins. Presents Fulham with a bit of respite, a bit of a reprieve, and a chance to get things back underway now with left back Jonathan Asenga. The referee blows his whistle. Asenga just gesturing there that Fearon wasn't the 10 yards that he needs to be. One in the air by a West Ham man. Medine batting in there, but it's going to drop. No, it isn't. It's cleared by Briggs. No nonsense. I thought it was going to drop to the feet of Ali Waheed, who, of course, his goal separates the two sides so far. Fulham can make it back-to-back victories with a win here after beating eventual league leaders, table topplers Chelsea at the start of the month. Looking to build up from the back now with a misser down the right channel. Bit of head tennis going on. Beckes helps it forward, but it's past Cummings, who will now look to close down the goalkeeper McNally, who does well to get it over to Nsassi. Driving forward, Orford was helping his team out. He couldn't win it either. But that press has been fruitful from a West Ham perspective. 2 or 3 times between Orford or Fearon. Pocket Medine. And the yellow card had to get that challenge right and did. Full-blooded, certainly. But won the ball. Kicked out of touch and over the bushes. It will be a Fulham throw-in from Asenga. Medine, the type of player, despite being on that yellow card, he's not going to change the way he plays. And Briggs is touch tight now on White, and that will be another free kick for Fulham. Briggs, again, not happy with that decision. 2 players tussling for it. The referee's opinion, Briggs again just getting a bit carried away. And a minute after having that talking to Briggs, he's probably now in the referee's thoughts that another foul might result in him joining Jeffro Medine in the referee's book. So now back with the Fulham goalkeeper Alfie McNally. Of course, a lot of these West Ham players playing on the pitch have been involved in the senior setup this season, namely Ezra Mayers, Eridas Golden-Beckis, Josh Ajala, of course, on the bench a few times as well. Good to see this new generation being blooded forward. Clayton, he's tripped, and now West Ham have a free kick. It's all got a bit cagey in the last few minutes. Tackles flying in. Clayton this time, who was tripped by De Jesus. Now another chance for Orford to swing across him from the left-hand side. We saw how dangerous his delivery was last time. Mayers on the stretch couldn't quite reach it. What can Orford and West Ham produce this time? 32 on the clock. It's Lewis Orford. What can his wand of a right foot deliver? Orford. Dangerous looking ball. It's flicked on near post by Cummings. There's appealing. It came off a Fulham man. It didn't. It's outplayed for a goal kick. I think it was Eridas Golden-Beckis also in there, who might have got the final touch. Wasn't the worst ball in the world, but didn't have the loft on it to bypass, and Golden-Beckis there. The West Ham skipper had to generate a lot of the power himself. Couldn't direct it goalward. Back now with a misser. for the hosts, who have that 1 goal advantage to protect. Spun around the corner to Jesus, can only present the ball to Orford. Lovely turn in there. West Ham forward again. Here's Fearon picking up pocket space. It's Preston Fearon looking to pass it into the bottom corner. The goalkeeper positioned perfectly. Alfred McNally to gather. But again, Preston Fearon causing issues with West Ham back line. Him and Orford combined is a great effect. Fearon was a cool attempt at a finish. Looking just to place it rather than go for power. And Orford wins it back once more. Here's Ajala. West Ham in the ascendancy. Orford. Got Casey overlaps and switch on right to Briggs. Just gets the ball stuck under his foot and he's presented Ali Waheed with it. The referee plays advantage. Fulham come forward. A mistake from Josh Briggs. Can it be punished? Ali Waheed looking for his second of the game. Onto his right foot. Ali Waheed blocked by Fearon. And that will be a corner. And Fearon just bailing out his teammate there, Josh Briggs, who's not having the best 5 or 10 minute spell here. Committed a few needless free kicks, fouls, and then there just got slightly unfortunate there, stood on the ball inadvertently. Ended up fouling Ali Waheed. He wasn't impeded to the point where he fell over. Of course, he ended up running over 60 yards to have a striking goal, but that is a 3rd infringement now from Briggs. I think, again, the referee just keep an eye on that, probably telling Briggs that's your last warning now. Next time it will be yellow. So a second Fulham corner of the evening for Senga to take once more from that right hand side. The sun is setting now, but you see the linesman just shielding the sun from his eyes. Senga to deliver. Dangerous looking ball cleared at the near post, only as far as Quashie, who's going to hook it in left footed, but nowhere near any player in white. Hooper claims it well. Now looks to spark a counter attack with a kick over the top of the defence, looking to release Fearon. It's well won in there by De Jesus, helped on there by Zeppa. White looking to keep things alive and does well. De Jesus. Zeppa once more looking to burst clear of Clayton, but it's forced back. Anissa. Insassi. Drives the centre. Finds Quashie in the pocket. Breezes past Orford, drifts in field. Now here's Jesus. Over to Zeppa. Thought otherwise about delivering first time. Still inside the box now. Zeppa. Brings it back now. Suching Waro. Cleared by Clayton. Fulham now enjoying a positive spell, responding well to that West Ham pressure. Here's Chingwara once more. Senga. In from deep, looking for the run of the striker. On the stretch. Pokes it wide. He beats the ground in frustration there. Tom Wingate. A lovely idea for the Senga. Picking him out there. He was onside, the striker. Got away from his mark on the stretch, and Hooper was flat-footed. I think he might have had his ankles covered there. Wingate clearly felt he should have done better with that chance. It remains Fulham 1, West Ham 0. Here's Ryan Oyabade once more. Clips it long. For runner Cummings, who will chase. And still in play, is it? No. That is a throw-in. Cummings for a second there thought he was away. For Missa. Fell over the ball, but I think it's a free kick. Good show of intent. There will be actually a throw-in. No foul in there.
Eddie, drop out!
Bradley De Jesus to take the right back for the Cottagers, who, as it stands, will be entering the quarter-final stage of the Premier League 2. So a long way to go. Well over half of football here. As we just approach the final 10 minutes of the first period. Here's a Senga once more. Goal scorer Farhan Ali Waheed. 3 goals against the Hammers this season at Knoxville Park. Senga wanting to get away from Fearon. Worked from left to right superbly well. Here's De Jesus. Forward first time into midfield at Alfred White. Plays down the line looking for Zeppa. Can he keep this in play? He can't.
Get over!
Fulham showing when they string 2 or 3 passes together how dangerous they look. Orford in an orthodox way to get it back to Oyabade. Does well. A few keep it up for launching it long. Missed by Cummings. Mistimed his jump. De Jesus goes long. Flicked on.
Wingate, keeper!
Again, the West Ham shot gets there first. Oyabade back to Hooper. Weak left foot. Launches it long. Cummings looking to
Good
put
decision.
off Sassy.
Help
Works
him,
out
Tom.
to Jeffro Medine.
With the keeper, do
Briggs.
it. Go, Jade.
There's one to his
Go,
goalkeeper.
John.
Briggs.
Good, Jono.
Fear
Well
on.
done, Jade.
Stretch it was. Here's now Quashy, who tries his luck from distance.
Jono.
Pushed behind by Hooper. And it'll be a third Fulham corner of the match. This time it was Fearon who was dispossessed. Chiguaro teed up Quashy, confidence coursing through his veins. Inevitably he was going to try his luck from that sort of range. Had Hooper concerned and he had to push it behind. It was a drilled effort from 30 yards out.
Seth, ring.
The third Fulham
Come
corner
out,
that
ring.
Jaden Quashy will take. Bit of a different angle now for Fulham to approach this set piece. What can they do from this one? Arm raised in the air from the number 10. Who will float it in towards the middle, tap to the back stick, missed at the back stick. And another goal kick. Fulham haven't quite been able to punish West Ham from these set pieces. So Finley Hooper now has a goal kick. Just approaching the last 5 or 6 minutes of the first half. Can West Ham restore parity before the break? Hooper will go long. Looking this time for Jala. He loses out. He'll pressure the back from Oyabade. Becke's header goes behind him. Briggs hooks it forwards. Clayton who fell down in there. Again, this time it's cue clearance from Clayton. Oyabade hooks it long. Cummings again looking to beat his defender to it. It's very messy in there. Neither side can get control of the ball. It's poked out wide. Orford's got his body in the way. Gets there first of Ali Wahid. Hooks it over his head. Blind pass, but it has resulted in West Ham in possession. Gollum Beckis pokes it through to Orford. Is he tripped there? No, in the opinion of the referee. Briggs. Medine does really well to get past not one but two. Chance now to potentially get across and towards the middle. Medine. Fearon. Really rigid defensive structure from Fulham where all players other than Wingate behind the ball. They defend that 1-goal lead. Briggs. Jeffro Medine. Manages to poke it through. Something for Mayers to deal with and does. With Wingate in close attendance. Briggs gets it back to his goalkeeper. Again we'll go long. This time looking for Jala, just too much pace on that. Evades Cummings and Jala. Goalkeeper's a goalkeeper. So 5 or so minutes, Greg Lincoln and Hayden Mullins have a chance to talk to their players. And Greg Lincoln will be, of course, unhappy with the two managers going into the break. West Ham have had chances, but Fulham with the lead. Probably just about edging the action so far. Here's Ryan Oyabade, 18 years of age. Plays a 1-2 with Orford. We'll zip it infield now to Fearon on this left-hand side now. Neat interchange there with Clayton. Forward to Orford. Evades Clayton, but he does receive it through his legs, and now here's Briggs. That was nice from West Ham. Jala now just swapping wings. A few step overs. Gets past Ali Wahid. Finds Orford. Rides the challenge well. It's Lewis Orford! Stinging the palms of the goalkeeper, who got behind it well. A lot of movement on that strike. It's now with Medine. He'll cross it in. Cleared. And as far as Oyabade, fashions out wide to Fearon. Can West Ham level things up? Here's Ajala able to turn. It's Josh Ajala. Fantastic challenge in there, and it had to be from Chiguaro. He'll clear his lines. Oyabade looking to keep things alive. Over to Clayton, who goes down under the pressure of Zeppa and wins a free kick. Grasping effort there from Ajala. Swapping wings onto his right-hand side, and all of a sudden looked the most dangerous he looked all game. Nice tactical tweak there from Lincoln. Goalkeeper Alfred McNally did really well to beat it behind. So third opportunity of the game for Orford from this type of range, this type of situation from a free kick to deliver. Right-footed. It's curled in. It's one in there by Briggs. Fearon looking to connect on the volley. He can't quite get the contacts. He still has it though. Hooked forward by Clayton. It's not going to reach Orford. No, it's not. It's cleared. But for a West Ham throw-in. West Ham definitely ending the half the better of the two sides. And this was another opportunity for Lithuanian skipper Aridas Golimbeckis to hurl a long throw-in into the middle. Cummings aim for Fearon creating the option short. Of course it does go long. Keeper thought about coming. It's dropped to the feet of Fearon, who volleys it, and it's on the line. What a save that is! It's gone in, and it counts. The lines of flag has stayed down, and West Ham are level, and it's Dan Cummings. Confusion around here at Motspur Park, but it has been given. A big suspicion of offside, but the lines of flag has stayed down. Let's just unpack what happened there. It was a long throw that again caused issues by Golimbeckis. Cleared only as far as Fearon, whose shot was blocked. It looked to be saved initially from the goalkeeper. A bizarre equaliser this for West Ham, but they won't care. They're level. And poacher's instinct that from Dan Cummings. As the striker gets his 4th Premier League 2 goal of the season. And we are level here in South West London. Intriguing to see there. Of course, the angle couldn't quite make out, but I think the argument is it came off a Fulham man after Fearon's shot was blocked. Therefore, Cummings was onside. He got contact with it, got it on target, which is what you're taught to do. At least test the goalkeeper, and I think, in fact, Alfred McNally dove past it almost. Couldn't halt his momentum and ended up in the back of the nets. And now, there's the equaliser that Greg Lincoln's side craved. And they were certainly pushing for it at the end of this half and got their just reward. Regan Clayton now will have a chance to throw the ball back into play. 30 seconds remaining of the first period. It is Fulham under 21's 1. West Ham under 21's 1. Beckers. West Ham, can they turn it around before the end of the half? Medine towards the back stick, overhead of Cummings, the goal scorer. Cleared long by De Jesus. And as far as Onibade keeps in play through the legs. West Ham enjoying themselves and certainly ending the half much better. Here is the fourth official's ball, 2 additional minutes. Medine. Ajala. Chance to deliver, he will cross in. Dangerous again. Indecisive defending. Fulham do get it clear. Here is now Farhan Ali Waheed. Briggs bundling into him. It's worked to right. Zeppa. West Ham shirts flooding back. That's exactly what Greg Lincoln would want from his side. Again, a reminder, after the equaliser went in, if it is level after 90 minutes, we'll have a further 30 minutes of extra time. If the winner still isn't decided then, we'll go to a penalty shootout. West Ham practiced that just a few weeks back, losing to Bournemouth. But hopefully they'll be able to use that experience if they have to prevail here. Golimbeckis can't quite win the ball back, and now De Jesus is inverting from that full-back position. Quashi zips out wide now to Senga. Chance to deliver again. Cleared, only as far as bouncing around in there. Heavy touch in there by White. And it's hacked clear. Fulham now looking like the team more likely to score as they look to reclaim the lead. Insassi. A misser. Out wide to De Jesus. Misser once more over to central defensive partner Insassi. Senga. Fearon looking to close him down, help out Medine. Fearon does get a touch onto the ball, but Ali Waheed once more, so tricky in those tight situations, wins the ball, and then a trip in there from Fearon gives West Ham, which will surely be the last highlight of the half, a chance to deliver a ball in. It's going to be Jonathan Asenga as well, who's had a few practice already this evening, with 2 or 3 corners, a few free kicks as well. Be that man again to You're up to deliver. And miss it up from the back. West Ham got to make sure they organise themselves correctly here. Here comes the delivery. It's another dangerous looking one. It's one in there by Alfie White. Couldn't keep his header down. And there is a half-time whistle here at Motspur Park. And that was the final action of the half. White couldn't keep it down, much to West Ham's relief. So, 45 minutes gone here in Southwest London. It is Fulham under 21s 1, West Ham under 21s 1. Finally poised heading into the second half. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Motspur Park, where in this Premier League 2 quarter-final between Fulham and West Ham under-21s, it is currently all square at the break. Fulham took the lead through Farhan Ali Wahid, but just before the interval it was Dan Cummings, a messy goal, but they all count, equalising at the back post following a Preston Fearon shot that took a nick off a Fulham player. So we are finally poised heading into the second period here. So West Ham just getting some last minute instructions. Yeah, just a reminder, as it is creeping closer and looking slightly more likely now, if the scores remain how they are or are level at the end of 90 minutes, an additional 30 minutes will be played to determine a victor, and then potentially even the prospect of penalties. But let's see what happens here. Still 45 minutes to go. It'll be Fulham to get things back underway with the goal scorer Ali Wahid, who's got 20 plus goal contributions in all competitions this season. He's been such a threat alongside Jaden Kwashi. And West Ham will have to make sure they keep them at bay if they're going to have any chance of advancing into the last 8 of this competition and book a quarter-final tie against Ipswich Town or Brighton Hove Albion. So here we go. It's launched long straight away and presents the ball almost immediately with Orford. Becker's helping it on, the captain. That's going to be helped back now to Alfie McNally, the Fulham captain. So, host, of course, will be looking to regain control, taking the lead, been pegged back at the end of the first half. Really important 15 minutes. Team talk from both managers, Greg Lincoln, former West Ham man Hayden Mullins, who's in the Fulham dugout, over 200 appearances in the early noughties. Here come Fulham now, good early spell of possession for them in front of a home crowd here. Of course, they were granted home advantage due to the fact they finished 4th in the league phase after 20 games. West Ham finishing 13th, only 8 points behind, but that's the reason why we're at Motspur Park today, not Rush Green. Kwashi wins his 50-50 up against Orford. Now here's De Jesus. First chance of the half for Fulham to push forward now. Here's Zeppa. Back to White. Chingwaro goes all the way back to Insassi. Fulham being patient here. Senga will deliver in, takes a deflection. Hooper's come a long way and misses it and off the line. What a defensive clearance that is from Regan Clayton. Gets a high five from his teammates there. Another weird defensive mix-up at that end. It was a deflected cross from a Senga. It almost went through Hooper's legs, I believe. And wow, look at that from Clayton. Great anticipation, great show of athleticism to get that behind. Had to get that one right, otherwise that was ending up in the nets and potentially even an own goal. As it is, it's a Fulham corner. But Regan Clayton there, that's as good as a goal. Fantastic goal line clearance there. Hooper won't want to see that one back. It was a cross that deceived him due to that deflection that off a Senga's cross. And here is a Senga once more who will deliver. Cleared again. Fearon getting a flick on to prevent Wingate from having a strike. Now Fulham can reset. Heart in mouth moment that for Finley. Hooper took a weird bounce off the turf there with the spin on the ball. And I don't think you're going to see a better goal line clearance than that from Regan Clayton this week. Here it is again now with Kwashi, who so often drops deep for the Cottagers to receive possession to make things happen. Senga can come onto it. Out wide now to Ali Wahid, who will cross it in once more. That was dangerous, but over the head of Wingate. Outplayed for a goal kick, and now just a chance for West Ham to recover and have a breather. Ali Wahid again cutting in from that left-hand side. It was a good lead pin there from Wingate, but sailed over his head. And fortunately, Zeppa at the back stick was being well tracked by Bade. Long now by Hooper. Looks direct now. Cummings has an interest in this up against De Jesus. Cummings gets his body in the way. He's appealing Cummings. That took a flick off the right back. It didn't in the opinion of the referee. Fulham throwing. But Cummings so often tries to make something out of nothing for West Ham, just using that big frame of his. Of course, on the score sheet today, there's a free kick and taken quickly there by Quashie. Quick thinking. Ali Waheed. Infield. Now Ali Waheed looking to poke it through. It's now through to Wingate on the slide. Closed down by Oyabade. Stayed in play. And number 3 for West Ham will keep it in play. Here's Jeffro Medine now on a yellow card. Looks down the line, but it's blocked. Medine actually done quite well to prevent Ali Waheed and Quashie from creating more havoc and causing more havoc than they already have. But again, on that yellow card, has got to be careful. Because Greg Lincoln has 5 substitutes to call upon if necessary. Lanre Wisu in goal, Louis Brown, Gabriel Kaliste, Riley Hagen and Andre Dyke. Orford now. There's a free for Oyabade to run onto, and he's covered a lot of ground here. That's a short pass to Clayton. Luckily for West Ham, Oyabade gets it straight back. Orford now looks to clip it in behind, looking for the run of Regan Clayton, who nips in there after a loose touch, but he can't profit. On his right. Ajala sneaking in. Great show of footwork. Ajala in towards the box. It's Josh Ajala laying it off. Potentially looking for Fearon. Didn't quite reach him. Quashie, Colin Beckers wins his header, the skipper. But again, it's loose, this time from Orford. And now here's Ali Waheed once more running at Briggs and Medine. Slips it in behind. Appeals for offside. Lines the flag has stayed down. Ali Waheed again. Quashie. Never too far away from the number 11 of Fulham, who has the ball once more. Open scoring with a neat finish into the bottom corner in the 13th minute, which was levelled up by Cummings. Here's Asenga now. Again delivering from deep as he loves to do. Missed by Wingate again. Once more Zeppa at the back post. Wasn't there to convert. Asenga has got a delicious delivery on him, and he's not afraid from deep to try and pick it out. A man in the middle. Not quite been able to execute any of them to perfection so far, Asenga, but a few of them have certainly ruffled some feathers. There's Ramirez now. Just gesturing to his players to push up slightly. Briggs plays over to Medine. Medine in field. Just find Cummings, who flicks around the corner. Golan Beckers can't keep it. Quashie again. Ali Waheed. Quashie. I'm looking to restore the lead. It's a lovely pass through to Quashie. Gets away from Mayers, who then does well as Ramirez to block it. Take the sting out of the effort and sees Hooper claim it. He looks to spark a counter-attack quickly. Now here's Ajala. Ajala getting away there from De Jesus. Josh Ajala. It's a fantastic run. It's Josh Ajala with strike. Left-footed, straight at the goalkeeper, but positive play. More importantly, that from Josh Ajala. The game just starting to open up slightly. It's Fulham press forward now. End-to-end stuff. De Jesus on the overlap. Zeppa, will he use him? He won't, so cut inside his left foot. Zeppa will curl it wide of the mark. A breathless affair this is turning into. Southwest London. Zeppa curling in. Got away from Orford. Him and Clayton on the slide looking to block it. It's past them and past the post. Down the other line, Ajala. How electric was that to get past 2 Fulham players? The angle was slightly against him. With not many options in the box, he decided to go for it. Still tested the goalkeeper, Alfie McNally. The captain of Fulham holding onto it well. Hooper again will look long. Colin Beckers and Cummings almost getting each other's way there. Baddy misses header. Mayers will head it forward. Ajala once more. Getting on the ball is so important from West Ham perspective as he looks to add to his 7 goals and 5 assists in his competition this season. That's a lovely ball from Clayton to release Ajala down the left hand side. It's Ajala flashing across the box. It's blocked again and won't drop Cummings' way. It's not the best clearance in the world. Here's Orford once more. Fizz it into Fearon, who's forced slightly back. Fearon. Medine. Up against Asenga. Medine onto his right foot. He will now deliver off Asenga and out of play for a first corner of this second half. Much more like it from a West Ham perspective, this. As a Fearon will gear up to take this set piece.
Well done. If we're going long, the back line know and they come up. Even if we're open and we're
Sorry
kicking
again
long.
there, Clayton and Ajala. Ajala reaching the ball. Couldn't quite pick out a teammate in the middle. Ajala's now actually creating an option short. Fearon won't use him. Cummings, Golombekis to aim for in the middle. It will be delivered. Cleared, and a free kick is given. That is an end to that attack. It was cleared anyway by Fulham, so not too sure it made much difference anyway, but I think it was a free kick for a foul in there from a West Ham man. So puts an end to that attack with 10 minutes into the second half. It's still 1-1. Both sides exchanging blows here at Hotspur Park. Of course, it's a much more of a closely contested encounter than their previous one just 2 months ago. That was 5-0 to Fulham. So West Ham put a much better account of themselves so far. Here's Josh Briggs. Medine. Back to Briggs. Clipping ball in behind, looking for one of Fearon, who will reach it. Great pass. Here's Preston Fearon towards Cummings. What a save that is. A great show of instincts there from Alfie McNally. Cummings has his head in his hands. Free-flowing football from West Ham. Started with Briggs, clipping it in behind, looking for the run of Fearon, who got it to this front man. What an effort that was on the volley. Got such good connection on it. Dan Cummings looking to double his tally for the evening. Saved. It's a corner now, taken in there over the head of Briggs. And now played for a goal kick, a reprieve for Fulham. What an opportunity that was for Dan Cummings. Not the easiest chance in the world. Came at him very fast from Fearon. As mentioned, got such good contact on it. Looking to make it 5 Premier League 2 goals for the season. As it is, it stays at just 4. And Fulham now just slowing things down, looking to take the sting out of this West Ham pressure, which is not letting up. Cummings applying the press, long by Anissa. Mayers will get there first. As Myers back to the goalkeeper, Hooper, who does go long, forced long. Wasn't really his choice. Did well to get there first. Golombekis anticipated things well, the captain. Briggs. Bade. Jala dropping the shoulder, breezing past his man, but got a really good touch on that Whitehead. Crucial touch to release De Jesus now. Orford slipping in. Possession changing hands every few minutes now. Every few seconds, sorry, now. There's Myers. Clayton. The touch just gets away from him. On the stretch, couldn't receive it. Now here's De Jesus. Quashi in a lot of space. Feeds Ali Waheed. 2 for company, and West Ham outnumber him. Here's Fearon bursting past Nsenga, looking to release Medine. Has that stayed in play? It has. Jeffro Medine will retrieve it. Medine, can he get the ball out from under his feet and pick out Cummings in the middle? It's still Medine. Is that a penalty? That's a risky challenge in there from Nsenga. It's kept alive by Cummings. He sees his pathway blocked. Medine went down under the pressure of Asenga. The 2 players actually in close conversation laughing, which suggests to me that Medine feels he wasn't fouled. There wasn't really too much appeals from the fullback. It did look clumsy for a second there from Asenga, but very quickly Medine got to his feet. It is a throw-in now, which again with Aurelius Golombekis, the ability he has from the long throw situation, not the worst outcome in the world from a West Ham perspective and Greg Lincoln's side. Golombekis does have Fearon short. He will hurl it into the middle once more. Keeper's come a long way and commands his penalty box really well there. McNally he looks to spark a counter-attack. It was closed down by Ajala, who's pleading his innocence. I think the referee's going to... No, I thought for a second he was going to dip in his pocket. He is. That's going to be a yellow card for Josh Ajala. So Ajala joins Medine in the book as the second West Ham player to be yellow carded. No Fulham players currently on a caution. As we just tick over towards the hour mark here, it remains 1 apiece. Here's McNally again. West Ham having a few chances to turn the scoreline around. as they look to progress into the quarter-final of this competition. Mayers goes back to Bade. That's a great show of composure. Fainted to go back towards his goalkeeper. Drew in the striker. Went the other way. Here's Medine. Senga fouls him. I'm not sure they'll be smiling at each other now, although Senga does help him to his feet, so still friendly competition on that far side. Fearon takes his free kick quickly. Orford now able to turn and zip out wide towards Clayton. He's got time to look up. Run wasn't picked out. Oyabade now has it. Colin Beckis does well initially to retrieve from the heavy touch, but then is dispossessed. He's still down inside a heap. But here come Fulham with Kwashi. Zeppa across the box looking for White. Cleared by Briggs. Jesus cushions it back to Misser, but concern here for Aridas Golan Beckis. He was caught late in there. It was a heavy touch which drew in the attention of Chingwaro. I think maybe just a stepping on his toe potentially there. Had to go for it, Chingwaro.
I don't know. I think he dragged him out, mate.
It was an honest attempt at the ball. And the Lithuanian just receiving some medical attention now. And a chance, actually, for both teams to receive some fluids. It was a baking hot day here in the capital. Of course, sun going down has made things a little cooler, but the intensity of the game means that players still need to hydrate properly, because both teams really going at it end to end in enthralling counter here. With 60 minutes gone, it is very finely poised. As you can see on your picture there, Hayden Mullins, former West Ham man, defender, in charge of the Fulham under-21s. He would love to get one over his former side. Lincoln now also in conversation, as Golan Beckis is now sitting up, which is a positive sign. Although hasn't got to his feet yet. Just a slight concern over his toes. It's one of those ones that it can be quite sore when you get caught on the top of it with the studs. Interesting to see how long both sides wait to make a change. Just a reminder of the substitutes. West Ham have number 12 Louis Brown, number 13 Andre Owisu, number 14 Gabriel Kaliste, number 15 Riley Hagen, and number 16 Andre Dyke at their disposal, while Fulham have number 13 Marco Underwood, number 14 Azim Bencheta, number 15 Dan Casey, number 16 Joe Walters, and number 17 Brody Dare. If they need him, Golan Beckis is now to his feet and walking without aid and pretty comfortably, so good news for West Ham. I believe the skipper will be able to continue. We'll restart with a drop ball to Fulham. It was De Jesus who had possession, so will be dropped at the feet in a pretty advantageous position from Fulham perspective. Dropped to the feet of Alfie White by the referee. Just making sure Jarla's the appropriate distance away. Here's De Jesus. Now to Misser, over to Eddie and Sassy. Here's a Senga now. Again, looks to deliver from deep. We've seen that so often. Another dangerous ball cleared at the back stick by Clayton. Chested down by Orford, flicking it away. De Jesus works it back out wide to Zeppa. Clayton with some defending to do. Now here's De Jesus, clips the ball in. Cleared only as far as Ali Waheed. Didn't catch it sweetly, but still something for Hooper to do. I think it was going wide. He claims it well. Again, De Jesus there, clipping the ball in. It's cleared by Oyabade. As far as Ali Waheed couldn't quite score his second of the game. But chance for Fulham now. De Jesus, that's slightly messy and kicked out of play for Fulham. West Ham, sorry, throw in. It was a bit chaotic in there, a bit rushed from the fullback. Definitely doesn't want to lose possession there, especially with Josh Ajala lurking.
Maka can do that wing gate, stay there. Maka!
Clayton to take.
Maka! Seth, don't chase.
Oyabade. Now to Ezra Myers. 10 appearances for the senior team this season. He's been a revelation. Clayton caught on it by Zeppa. Outplay for another West Ham throw-in. Clayton in towards Orford. Goes back to Oyabade. Good show of composure there to drag in two opposing players and find Orford. Here's Ajala now, taking on De Jesus. Ajala, a few step overs, Zips it in towards the middle, cleared by Asenga. Medine was trying to get there. Not the best header from Briggs. Presents Quashie with it. And Orford nipping in well. To get West Ham back on the front foot. Looking for Cummings on the slide. Does really well again. West Ham losing possession but winning it back straight away. Orford, switch of play. Missed by Medine, who doesn't seem too happy with his teammate there. Just halts the momentum slightly. Senga's going to have to go into the bushes to get this ball. But the endeavour from the West Ham team this evening on show has been commendable. Winning the ball back with haste. Of course, the second half has been fairly open, but that Regan Clayton goal line clearance certainly the talking point of the second period. Stopping a certain goal almost there. West Ham again, losing it, win it back. Now he's over to Oyabade. Can they convert from this pressure? Clayton, that's down the line. Jala won't be able to keep that in. Neat idea from Clayton, but too much spin on his pass. Saw it out of play. Jesus will take it quickly. It's number 6 for Fulham, Chingwaro, who was quickly creating an option, followed by Oyabade, missed by Chingwaro. Orford finds Cummings, able to turn now. Dan Cummings presents he with it, and then he goes down. That will be a free kick. And a yellow card for Dan Cummings, so he becomes the third West Ham player to be booked alongside Medine and Ajala. Knew what he was doing there, Dan Cummings. Lost possession again. Slightly frustrating. Or frustrated, I should say, at the fact that he lost it and then sucker leg out. Tripped the Fulham goal scorer. Who, yes, Fulham feeling the full effects of that challenge, but will be okay to continue. So with the 3 players now in the book, it'll be interesting to see if Greg Lincoln decides if their race is run. As it stands, with just over a quarter of the match to go, we will be going to extra time. White looks down the line for Zeppa, but he wasn't making the run. He wasn't on the same wavelength there. I'll play for a throw-in. Yeah, midway through this second period, it is still 1-1. The winners of this tie, this round of 16 Premier League 2 tie, will face Ipswich Town or Brighton and Hove Albion in the quarter-final. Who's touching there from Clayton? Means it's Fulham throw-in. De Jesus again throws it forward. Quashie, I think he's looking to let the ball run across him. Golan Beckus on the floor. He's penalised for a foul in there. He looks confused. Have a quick look at that one back. Golan Beckus got a touch onto it. Had 2 hands over Quashie, which is probably what the referee spotted. Maybe not enough contact for some referees to give it, but this one decided that was too much, and Fulham now have an opportunity here. And Jonathan Asenga looks interested. It's fairly central, and you almost be certain that's too far out for Asenga to try his luck in terms of a shot on goal. You've seen him over 10 crosses from a deep position from that left side. Cause issues. It will be delivered. It's cleared well there by Briggs. Ajala gets there first, and here come West Ham now. 2-on-2. It's Josh Ajala. He's got Fearon to his left. Cummings to his right. He'll try to release Preston. Fearon. Great show of footwork, but then closed down. And admittedly, the pass from Ajala was slightly short and resulted in leaving Fearon with a lot to do. That's a chance wasted. And now here come Fulham. Zeppa driving through. Releases it out to the right-hand side, looking for Wingates. His shot is blocked. Ali Waheed will retrieve. Breathless play here. End-to-end stuff. As Asenga plays Chingwaro. And wide to De Jesus. After laying it off to Zeppa, will look to receive it again, but instead it's in field to Seth Chingwaro, number 6 for Fulham. Nsassi. Asenga. Back to Nsassi. Gilt-edged opportunity that for Ajala and Fearon. Just sold him a bit short there, Ajala. Zepper again.
Now stay away.
Clayton halting his progress. De Jesus will be forced back to the missile right once more. Senga and Sassi. Fulham biding their time here. West Ham happy for them to have it as long as it's in this position. Senga will now look forward, looking for the run of Kwashi. Jaden Kwashi now gets that all wrong, doesn't keep his balance. Adidas Golombekis clears only as far now as Senga. Down the line, and both players got flat-footed there. Massive miscommunication there between Senga and Kwashi, who both looked at each other in despair. And that attack fails to materialise once more. We're now approaching the final 20 minutes of this game. Again, as things stand, nothing separating the two sides. If it's still like this in 20 or so minutes' time, there'll be another half hour. And then potentially the prospect of a penalty shootout. Here's Briggs. Finds Fearon, opens up his body well. Lovely pass through to Golombekis, who releases Ajala. Heavy touch now is here with, Josh Ajala now. Josh Ajala shooting Josh Ajala into the side netting. It was Dan Cummings actually initially who had the ball. Release Ajala. Angler was against him. Actually, it was Cummings who left it for Ajala. It was Ajala who was running through. I think it was Fearon at the back post, was it? He was begging for a cross in there. Ajala just didn't spot him. Went for the glory himself. Couldn't punish the Fulham defence. It remains 1-1. Here's De Jesus, closed down by Clayton. Preventing Fulham from building from the back. Regan Clayton, who's had a really strong game actually at left wing back. Bradley De Jesus will get things back underway now. Going forward, flicked on. Away from Wingate. Picked up again now. Here's Ali Waheed. Clips the ball over the top. Missed by Macaulay Zepper. It's all getting a little bit inaccurate, a little bit messy. Just see there a bit of movement actually on the Fulham bench. They might be preparing their first change and the first substitution, in fact, for either side this evening. Interesting to see who comes on for who. Clayton with the throw-in down the line. Jala fixing on Cummins, outstretched leg, can't control it. Cummins looks to atone for his misplaced touch, closes down the goalkeeper. Miss again. Chingwaro. This is silky play from Fulham. Senga. Again, will cross from deep. He's done that so often towards the back stick. It's over the head of Zepper. And let off West Ham because he was left in acres of space there. Again, the deep cross from Senga deceiving the back line. They're not expecting it. Crossing from so far out, but getting so much curl and whip on it that it turns into a gorgeous delivery. That one was slightly overhit, but alarm bells ringing for West Ham. Oyabade closed down, clears it long off White for a West Ham throw-in. The sun has set here, but still having an April evening here in the capital. Jala misses it. Fearon looking to sneak in. He can't retrieve it. Clayton falls down, as does White. Or Wingate, sorry, I should say. Free kick not given. In fact, it will just be a throw-in. I think Clayton, which is a free kick to West Ham, in fact. Wingate just saying to the linesman there that his boot came off. It's pumped long. Picked up by Medine. Fearon. To create some magic, he instead will go back to Briggs. Orford drop it deep to receive it. Now here's Ryan Oyabade. Clayton down the line to Ajala. Up against White. Ajala, great show of strength, still has it. Josh Ajala. Then White eventually wins out. Good battle in there. Now Macaulay Zepper's on his way. Over the halfway line. Orford getting back. Great sliding challenge. The referee doesn't intervene. Fulham still have it. Orford has stayed down here, clutching his ankle. Here is Fulham now with Kwashi. Asenga couldn't quite deliver first time. Orford is still down. Fulham are continuing things. In fact, no, the referee now, with the ball in a neutral position, will make sure that Lewis Orford is okay.
Can we do the sub as well?
Writhing around in pain. Looks to be a sore one. It was in that sliding challenge from before. As Fulham prepare their first change, it will be number 15 who will be entering the fray, Dan Casey. He will be replacing number 7, Macaulay Zeppa. So Hayden Mullins, blinking first, he's decided that he's seen enough and is making that personnel change with just over a quarter of an hour to go here at Hotspur Park. So Dan Casey entering the fray. Lewis Orford is still down and receiving treatment, which may force West Ham into their first change of the evening. It's a really good sliding challenge actually from Orford. Won the ball, but might have got his foot caught in the ground here.
Really good. When you're playing in long throws, get people round for the second ball.
Okay, the winners of this game will play Ipswich or Brighton of Albion in the last 8 of this competition.
Josh, excellent, fantastic use. Really
A few of the other round of 16 ties that will be occurring. Chelsea, league leaders, the table topplers, will be playing Middlesbrough. Tottenham Hotspur will be playing Leicester City. So those are both on West Ham's side of the bracket. So if West Ham were to progress through the round of 16 stage and the quarter-final stage, they could potentially play either Tottenham, Leicester, Chelsea or Middlesbrough in a semi-final. On the other side, we have Southampton playing Aston Villa, Manchester City versus Arsenal, Liverpool take on Crystal Palace as Beckett just has a bit of cramp, and Manchester United playing Sunderland. So plenty of football in this competition still to progress. For those who don't know, it's a 20-game league phase and then gets broken up, and then considering your positioning is very important.
Ezra, make sure we attack.
Dictates who you play in the knockout phase. Orford is still down now. It is, looks like his right ankle that is the concern with. Stoppage now over 2 or 3 minutes, where Fulham players are trying to keep warm by kicking the ball about. Of course, Lewis Orford's welfare is of paramount importance here, and the West Ham medical team not in a rush to rush him, making sure he's okay before he gets to his feet if he can. So for those of you just joining, it is Fulham under-21s 1, West Ham under-21s 1. Fulham took the lead early on in the game. A really well taken goal from the lively forehand Ali Waheed, but just before the interval, Dan Cummings responded with a messy goal, but goal nonetheless. Orford is to his feet, but is moving fairly gingerly. So Brighton are currently beating Ipswich in the other round of 16 game in this competition. Again, similar to kick off to this game, so around 10 minutes left, so that could be the potential next opponent for the winner of this tie. We shall see. Still a fair chunk to go, and there will be a sizable amount of added time added as well, as Orford is down. So West Ham temporarily down to 10 as Fulham restart things with the drop ball. We're interested to see whether Greg Lincoln looks to his bench to replace Orford, who was moving very gingerly indeed. He will cross it in from the left-hand side. It's bouncing around in there. Hooper claims. Queuing up the back stick is actually the substitute for Fulham, who hasn't really been involved since coming on due to that stoppage. Dan Casey, who's queuing up along with Wingate. Cummings keeps this in play, bounces off to Jesus. Well, he's appealing, it's already gone out. It hasn't. It will be a West Ham throw-in, and that invites Aridas Konobekis once more to come over, take this long throw.
Forehand, come inside, ring.
And that also invites Briggs. And there's Ramirez to come up from the back.
Wingate, stay with 2 at the back.
And Beckes
Wingate 2.
will throw it in long towards the middle. First contact is a Fulham one, second contact is 2, but hacked clear. And Gordon Beckes is going to have another bite of this one.
Wingate, stay on the 10.
Such a weapon that we've seen utilised across English football. It's come back in fashion.
Alfie, head it.
And you can see why, as Gordon Beckes again will launch it in towards the 6-yard box. Again, another contact, another header one in there. Releases Dan Casey. Colin Beckes tracking back well after taking the throw in to make sure the danger is cleared. And for a throw in. And the full official's ball is ready. We will see a West Ham change, although I think they wanted to do it then, but Fulham were in a rush to get things going on. The referee allowed them to, so Walford is back on the pitch. But my suspicion is he will be the one making way. Senga, West Ham still can't make this substitution. Here is Ali Waheed. Chance for Fulham. Here they come going forward. It's Ali Waheed. It's actually Kwashi, in fact. He was driving forward. He places it wide. He's beating himself up there. He did all the hard work. Carried the ball in field. But that wasn't the finish that was necessary there. Didn't get any sort of power on it. Hooper had his angles covered. 80 minutes gone. And a winner is required to prevent an extra 30 minutes of football. The game just slightly dying down in terms of intensity from both sides. In the last 10 or so minutes, it was electric for 70 due to those stoppages as well. Clayton wins his header. That stayed in on the white line, forces the misser back to his goalkeeper. Ali getting closed down, goes long. Beckes is tracking back well. Beats Kwashi to it. Oh, there's like handball in there, but it'll just be a throw in for West Ham, who still haven't made any changes. And Briggs is now forced to collect this one. Just drying the ball on his shirt.
Dan, talk to Jaden. Jay, do it.
Of course, Briggs. This is his 14th Premier League 2 appearance of the season. Sorry now. Belted forward, straight to the goalkeeper. Northern Irish, of course, Josh Briggs. Was nominated for the Premier League 2 March Player of the Month for 2025. Just over a year ago. He's performed well in this competition numerous times for the Hammers. Bad aid does well to track back and clear it all the way back to his goalkeeper, Finley Hooper. Here's Briggs again. One of the older players in this team full of burgeoning young talent. So often the cool and experienced head. Orford. Clayton, he stayed on side. Regan Clayton through on goal. Can he control it? He just slips over and then commits a foul. Really good, well timed run from Clayton. His touch evaded him and slipping over at the vital time. This is dangerous. Here it is. It's Preston Fearon. Chance for West Ham. It's Fearon. Saved. It's in. It's cleared. In fact, it's cleared by the Fulham back line. Massive chance that for West Ham. Preston Fearon presenting with it onto his right foot. Thought it actually ended up in. It was the player hiding it from my angle. It was the goalkeeper who saved it, and Cummings, who was the player blocking it, couldn't convert home. Here's Fulham now. Ali Waheed, can they find a winner? Time is ticking on now. Fearon dispossesses him after missing that chance. Medine. Briggs. Back to Jeffro Medine. He's on a yellow card. And then he's fouled and tripped. That'll be a free kick. Big thank you to everyone tuning in, over 1,000 of you watching live. for this captivating round of 16 Premier League 2 tie between two London clubs who, right now, nothing is separating them. Clayton tries a cross, I believe, ended up being a shot that was gathered by Alfie McNally. That's a loose pass in there, presents Ajala with it. What can he do now for West Ham? Ajala looking to bypass number 6 of their Seth Chingwaro, who stood his ground well to win it back for the Cottagers. Here's Kwashi now. The magician for Fulham zips out wide for Ali Waheed. Good touch. Tees out wide to Senga, who will deliver it across the box. Missed in there by the number 9, Tom Wingate. Collected by the goalkeeper, Hooper. Both teams having chances. We'll have this either side find a winner. We will need a winner tonight, whether that's in regulation time, extra time, or on penalties, to decide who progresses through into the last 8 of the competition. It's got to be now, if it's going to happen before extra time. Zips it forward now. Heavy touch invited the pressure, which forced out a play for a Fulham throw-in. West Ham, beg your pardon, throw-in. Just need to retrieve the ball. In fact, slowing things down slightly. Preston throw-in with opportunity there. That might have been the chance. So close to his 8th goal of this Premier League 2 campaign. Arthur McNally in goal. Didn't have to do too much, but saved it most importantly. Here is Fearon. Medina on the overlap will get to it. Tries to cut it back to the edge of the box where Orford was positioned, but it's cleared. Kept alive. Zipping it all the way back to Bade. The halfway line now. Clayton. Down line again to Ajala.
Stand up!
Can he keep it in play? Good show of strength. And then he's tripped, is he? No. Not the opinion of the referee. Orford misses it. Round the corner from Kwashi. Done really well there. Here's Chingwaro. Orford tracking back, pulls him back. Knew exactly what he was doing there, Lewis Orford, and knows exactly what's coming from the referee's pockets. It's a yellow. 4th West Ham player to be shown that card this evening. And that was probably the easiest decision the referee's going to have to make all evening long. Orford knew exactly what he was doing, hauling him back to prevent what looked to be a promising Fulham counter-attack. Here's Senga now. Closed down by Medine. Senga will take the throw-in. Kwashi trying to get away from Golan Beckis. Back to Senga. Now here's Ali Waheed, pokes it through looking for Wingate on the stretch. It was Myers got a good touch to it. It's presented back to Wingate. He's got De Jesus and company down the right side. He will get it. Back to the edge of the box now to Chingwaro, who finds the left back, delivered towards the back stick. Clayton gets a crucial touch onto it. That will be a corner to Fulham. More great defending from Regan Clayton there. Goal line clearance in the early stages of the second half. We're just seeing the level of intensity is resulting in a few players suffering with cramp. Just Chingwaro just get a help from teammate there. As Fulham prepared to take this corner. It will be a Senga. He's ushering his players into the box. They feel like this might be their chance to score the winner at Motspur Park. Senga, left-footed. It's flat this one. It's low. It's cleared at the near post. Clipped in by De Jesus from very deep. Hooper's come a long way and does well. And now here come West Ham, bursting forward as 4 or 5 claret shirts looking to make opportunity pay. Just closed down there by the substitute for Fulham, Casey. Back now with Clayton. West Ham only stopped temporarily. Ryan Oyabade. Big heritage, of course. Here's now Fearon on his left side, swapped over, given the license to have that freedom and to roam about and pick up positions. Briggs is now up from the back on the overlap, will receive it. Pokes it through, looking for Medine. It looks slightly heavy on the slide. Senga, who got there first, it stayed in play. And now will be cleared long.
Dan, you might be the next one.
Over everyone. Straight to the feet of Bade again. Clayton. Chance to open up his body. Infield to Orford, who's shaken off that knock. West Ham still haven't made any changes. Here's Ajala. Back to Golan Beckis. Briggs. A really good opportunity to zip it forward. It was a good idea. It was closed down. West Ham still have it. Another well-timed challenge in there from Fulham.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going, Dan.
As we're into the final minutes of the 90. Here it is now with Casey. Looks for the early ball in. Ezra was really well there to win the ball back, and now West Ham come forward again. No chance for a breath here. Medine, Fearon. At this point, both teams will be anxious that no one wants to make a mistake. Equally, neither side really want extra time, but that's where we're heading right now. Orford. Briggs with a heavy touch, loose lapse of concentration. Presents Fulham with the ball now. Ali Waheed scoops it forward, looking for Wingate, who stayed on side. Crossfield pass is a really good pass, actually, in fact, to Casey. Takes his eye off it. Doesn't have a chance to cross it in now. He's forced wide there. That Fulham chance breaks down. Medine gets a push in the back. We're 6 additional minutes now at the end of the second half. Due to the stoppages, a few injuries. Fortunately, no one's been seriously injured. It was Golan Beckis and Orford have gone down, but they've both been fine to continue and looked fit and sharp. So 30 seconds gone of 6 added. Finley Hooper to take. Will there be a late winner in this game? Of course, the previous game between these two sides was a final defeat for West Ham, so they've already massively improved on that. Golan Beckers keeps it in. Fulham will clear again. Quashi. Neat footwork in a tight area to get away from Fearon. And going Phil now, Jaden Quashi, you feel like if something's going to happen, it might be from the Fulham number 10, De Jesus. West Ham getting back really well, doing their defensive duties diligently. They don't want to concede a late winner. Down the line looking for the run of Sassy, who's got it in his own corner flag. Fearon's pinning him, make sure he can't have a clear pathway through. It's back now to Ali Waheed. Lots of time the ball, who will shoot. Ali Waheed will actually cross it in towards the middle. Mess in there. That's how to play for a goal kick. Just look at what happened there. It was Ali Waheed. Lots of time on it. He crossed it into the middle. Both players went up for it. I think it was Clayton and Wingate in there. It was given West Ham's favour, so it will be a goal kick for Finley Hooper. He's not had too much to do in the second half, but everything he has done, he's done pretty well. 18-year-old. Just received England under-19 call-up for the under-19 Euro qualifiers in March. Involved in the young free line setup. That goal kick is wayward though. Straight out of play. Some tired legs out there now. They're going to have to prepare for what is looking like an extra 30 minutes of football. Jesus down the line. Missed then there by Wingate. Forward by Golan Beckis. Jala, what a clever flick that is to release Orford. Here come West Ham now. Orford clips it through, looking for a Jala. Off Cummings. Medine backpedaling. Keeps things going. Briggs. Lots of time on the ball. Fulham make sure they stay compact. Here's Golan Beckis. Clips out wide, looking for the run of Clayton. Great first touch. Plays it through now to Ajala. Across the box, looking for the run of Cummings, who's on the slide. He couldn't reach it. Fulham clear. It's a West Ham corner. Again, Clayton showing that partnership with Ajala. Got there first. Did the right decision. Cummings couldn't connect. Less than 3 minutes of the minimum of 6 added. It actually will be a throw-in, not a corner.
Pick up.
But with the long throw ability Golombekis has, it's almost like a corner. It's delivered in towards the middle. Cleared not once but twice by Fulham. Only as far as Oyabade. West Ham feel like they can snatch a winner here. Orford. Cleared again. Back to Lewis Orford. He'll have another chance. Sets his sights on goal. Play it through to Fearon. Gets away and spreads it out wide, looking for Ajala. Ajala inside the box. Josh Ajala bounced off a Fulham shirt. Back to Orford. It's so congested in there. Lewis Orford. Myers looking towards Fearon. Fearon then fouled. That will be a free kick. 90 seconds left of the match. Preston Fearon wins a free kick for his side. West Ham committing players forward. Lewis Orford will be the most likely candidate to take this one. A last gasp winner here.
Casey coming from the 7.
West Ham side who are just reeling from a defeat to Tottenham.
Alfie's shoulder, back post.
They'll put their spot in final 8 of this competition potentially. Orford to deliver, will clip it in right-footed towards the back stick. It's missed in there. Both sets of players appealing for it. It will be a goal kick. In fact, it will be a corner. Missed in there from Cummings. I think it came off, Senga maybe. Goalkeeper couldn't keep it in play. So, last chance saloon for West Ham. 60 seconds. Little bit less than 60 seconds to go. What can Preston Fearon do? Plenty to aim for in the middle. Fearon, left-footed, will deliver. Dangerous looking ball, it's cleared again once more. It's by Chamorro. Clayton looking to get there first. It's cleared by Jesus. It'll be another West Ham throw, and this pressure is continuing. Here comes Golombekis. Unsurprisingly, going to hurl this one into the box. What could be the final time in the 90 minutes. Plus the 6 that have been added. This will certainly be the last chance. Will there be a late winner to prevent extra time?
Dan, shoulder, mark him.
Golombekis will hurl it in. Heading around in there. It's easy now for the goalkeeper, Alfie McNally, to collect. West Ham not able to make that pressure pay, and there is the full-time whistle. Not the full-time whistle, the whistle to end the 90 minutes plus 6. And we will be heading towards another 30 minutes of additional time. So it's Fulham 1, West Ham under 21s 1. Quick break, and now an extra 30 minutes of football to look forward to. And we're back. The sprinklers are on as we prepare, as they just finish watering the pitch for another 30 minutes of football here. What has been a highly captivating contest between Fulham under-21s and West Ham under-21s. It is 1-1 after 90 minutes. Fulham took the lead through Ali Waheed a long time ago now in the 13th minute. A really great finish into the bottom corner. Dan Cummins levelled things for West Ham in the second period. At the end of the first period, sorry. A really messy goal.
No, I'm good.
Suspicions of offside. It's been confirmed now in another round of 16 tie on West Ham and Fulham's side of the bracket. It will be Brighton Hove Albion in the quarter-finals for the winners of this tie. So Brighton Hove Albion away will be the tie for either Fulham under-21s or West Ham under-21s. So 30 minutes of football to go. If we're still level after that, the small matter of penalties will occur. So West Ham, worth remembering, haven't made any changes yet. So Greg Lincoln still has 5 options available to him. Louis Brown, Lanre Owisu, Gabriel Caliste, Riley Hagen and Andre Dyke. Fulham have used 1, Dan Casey replacing Macaulay Zeppa, with Marco Underwood, Nazim Bencheta, Joe Walters and Brody Dare also prepared to come on. Thank you to everyone watching, over 1,300 of you watching on, and we're going to be treated to another half an hour of football here in southwest London. West Ham were really piling on the pressure in the closing stages of the 90 minutes, multiple set pieces. Of course, we're going to have another coin toss between both captains. Fulham goalkeeper number 1 Alfie McNally and the captain for West Ham, Radidas Golombekis. Both sides had chances to win the game. Fearon probably with the best one for West Ham. Tame effort, that was said. It will be Fearon who's going to get things back underway now. So 1-1 here. Who's going to be the winner and who is going to play Brighton Hove Albion away in the quarterfinals of the Premier League 2? We shall see. Fearon to take. Of course, he's got double digits for goals this season. Hasn't been able to add to it so far, the 18-year-old. But there's still time. We will have a winner tonight. Referee's doing his final checks. Back underway. Fearon goes all the way back to Orford, who's done really well, really miraculous recovery really. He looked in some pain. We went down with that ankle injury in that second half, but he's shaken it off well, but has kicked that straight out of play for a Fulham throw-in. A lot of tyre legs out there now, and again with the amount of substitutes available at both managers' disposal, it'll be interesting to see how long either of them take to use them. On down the line, hooks forward by Clayton, trapped there well in there by number 4 for Fulham, Sam Amissa. It's forward long again by the Cottagers, one in the air by Briggs, who is on a yellow card. Medine, who's also on a yellow, misses his header. Here's Kwashi now, over to number 15 for Fulham, a substitute in Dan Casey. Asenga. Back towards Chinwaro. It's away from Orford, but not from Fearon, who will keep this in play and win the ball back. Dancing down the line. Fearon drifting in field. Chinwaro didn't know too much about that, but got his body in the way. No foul in there, but eventually it was. The referee just needed a moment of deliberation. Fearon not happy with that. Burst forward there. Good turn of speed. But Seth Chinwaro positioned himself well just to get his long legs in the way. Here's White now for Fulham. De Jesus on his right side. With Ali Waheed. Just a slight tactical tweak there for Fulham. Farhan Ali Waheed, the goal scorer, has gone over to his right side. with Dan Casey now on the left. So just a swap of wings there. Something that Hayden Mullins, former West Ham defender, is looking to tweak just to give his side the advantage. Here is Preston Fearon, the number 7 for the Hammers. Double digits for goals in all competitions this season. Finds the Northern Irish defender Briggs. Medine as well to get there before Senga. He's now out of position. Here comes Jeffro Medine. Good tracking back there from Casey to help out his teammate. Orford, heavy touch, and looks to still switch it long and gets that all wrong. Presents Fulham with the ball in the halfway line for a throw-in. That Jesus will take. Again, that might just be an indication of some fatigue in the legs of Orford there. Uncharacteristic turnover of possession to Jesus down the line now. Flicked on by Tom Wingate. Only finds a claret shirt. Here's now Medine. There's a clip ball over the top, looking for the run of Cummings. Looking to break in between the two defenders of Missa and Nassasi. Couldn't quite break through there, but a battering ram of a striker is looking to add to his tally this evening. Here's Ali Wahid again. Pokes it through down the line. Here come Fulham. With White. De Jesus will clip it towards the back post. Misses everyone in the middle. That won't trouble the West Ham defence. That is going to be a goal kick. Which side can deal with the tiredness better? That is the question. It always is. It always plays a factor in extra time. Who's a fitter side? Who's more equipped for it? Right on cue. Fulham player requires not medical assistance, just to help with some cramp. It's Jaden Quashie. A few West Ham players. I think it's Golan Beckus and Briggs in there. They're testing out some muscles as well. Medine, we're only 4 minutes into extra time. This isn't a great sign. I think, in fact, Quashie might actually need some medical assistance. He thought it was just cramp. It might be more than that, and his race might be run potentially. Just slowing things down here. Of course, West Ham have experience of extra time this season. Of course, got all the way through to the National League Cup finals. A fantastic effort. Eventually losing only on penalties to National League high flyers Boreham Wood. So maybe if it does go to penalties, that will be in the back of West Ham's mind. It could go in their favour or it could go against them. There will be a double, sorry, not a double substitution, just a single one for Fulham. They're second of the game, as Nazim Benchaita will come on, and it will be for Jaden Quashie, who's been a real bright spot for Fulham, but just feeling the effects of playing over 100 minutes of football, if you consider the added time in the second half. And Benchaita comes on. Big shoes to fill with, for large parts of that game, Quashie was running the show in the pockets for Fulham. So Fulham make 2 changes. West Ham still yet to make 1. On by Hooper, missed by both Cummings and Fearon. Hooked long by Senga. He's looking to trap it, but presents it to Benchaita, the substitute, who's immediately involved, and his first action is to play through White. Looks to his right hand side and will use number 11 for Fulham in Al Wahid, but great show of defensive duties from Clayton, but he then loses the ball. Back to Ali Wahid. De Jesus. Cross it towards the middle, off the backside of Clayton, wins his header. Forward towards Ajala, who will leap and get it. And a few keep yards. Releases Preston Fearon. Can he trap the ball now? Out wide towards Cummings, who does really well to take the ball in his stride. He's got Orford to his right hand side. He will use him. Here's Lewis Orford. Orford looking to get it onto his left foot. Fulham get back well. Here is now Seth Chingwaro. He's been really good at the base of that midfield for the Cottagers, just sweeping up when necessary, keeping them ticking. Ali Wahid once more. Scored 2 goals against West Ham earlier on in the season. Scored 1 tonight. He'll be looking for a double. A double-double. 2 braces against the Hammers. Asenga now. Bencheta slips it all the way back to Nsasi. Drawing in the West Ham defence, which isn't really budging, just happy to stay in that shape. It's almost like a 5-4-1 at the moment, with Cummings at the precipice of that. It's forward once more. Oyabade gets his body in the way. The pass just about has enough weight on it to see it out of play for a goal kick. Finney Hooper just in conversation with his defence, just again pushing him up the field, which indicates it will go long with this one. Just pushing his team up the field after they pegged back for the last 3 or 4 minutes from that Fulham wave of offence. It is long by Hooper as expected, but nowhere near a West Ham shirt. Wingate helps it on. Good defensive header in there by Briggs, just to nod it back to Hooper. He bowls out to his left-hand side to Ezra Myers. Myers looks up, looks long, out towards Medine. He can't reach it. Senga beats him to it with his forehead. Again, Briggs will get there first. No real pattern to this game now. Real lack of quality, with fatigue certainly playing a part. Medine misses his header but bounces back off Senga. West Ham have gained some territory. It will be a throw-in. Halfway through the first half of extra time now. 15 minutes each way. Orford goes long. Cummings makes something of it. His fear on now, but Cummings is offside, which puts an end to that. Cummings just not looking across the line there. Norford's quick thinking outthought Cummings, in fact. Chingwara out wide to Bradley De Jesus. Fulham looking to play some incisive football to break this West Ham resistance for the second time this evening. It's launched long towards the left-hand side. It will reach Senga. He's got Bencheta in close attendance and will use him, the substitute. Chingwaro back out wide to Senga. Chance to deliver. No one closing him down. It's across the face of goal. It's towards the back stick. It's laid off now to De Jesus. Falls at the feet of Bencheta. Can he work an angle to shoot? He can't. Cleared by West Ham. But Chingwaro has it now. Lofts it out to the right-hand side. Won by Clayton. Not the best of headers, though. White to Jesus. Fulham aren't giving up without a fight here. Ali Waheed plays the 1-2. Sassy now. Chingwaro. Amissa misplaces his pass, or his touch, sorry, but no, West Ham players in close attendance. He's able to retrieve. We're ticking over now towards the 100th minute mark. It's still Fulham 1, West Ham 1. Nothing separating the two sides of this London derby. Long down the line, looking for the run of Bencheta, who's got a lot more energy in his legs, and he will get there ahead of Briggs. Keeps it in play. But Nazim Bencheta, Senga cross it in, and it's something that's low. It's cleared. Again by Briggs, helps it on. Veron does well. Medine hooks it forward. Cummings doesn't get there. I think he wanted that in behind. Medine couldn't respond in kind. Here's Senga once more. Now over to Dan Casey for Fulham. Casey clips it in towards the back stick, over everyone, and out for a goal kick. Doesn't seem to be a lot of synergy, fluidity for either side in attack. Again, fatigue inevitably playing a huge factor in that. Just struggling to string 2 or 3 passes together either side. The defending is borderline desperate, but at this point no side wants to make any error, especially an unforced one. There's a Finley Hooper, 18-year-old goalkeeper, preparing to take this long goal kick. Long towards Veron. Orford will help it on. Something for Fulham to deal with, and they do just about. Medine will get there first. Veron looking to ride the challenge. Actually will be a free kick. The referee will pull it back. Medine won his headed contact. I think it was Bencheta who leant into him. Free kick for West Ham in a promising position, this. Medine, at this stage, once you hit the deck, it's hard to get back up with the amount of shift that a lot of these players have put in, especially Medine. He's been bombing up that right flank all evening. he'll be okay to continue. Preston Fearon has the ball in his hands. 7 goals in the Premier League 2. Good brace against his former side Chelsea in January. This time he's looking to be the architect. Fearon will deliver it in. It's a dangerous looking ball towards the back stick. One in there by West Ham head onto the roof of the net. It was Briggs, or was Ezra Myers in there, who got the head to it. A really good floated ball from Fearon, left footed. Yeah, it was Ezra Myers on the stretch. Couldn't keep his effort down, slightly off balance, and now we will finally see the first West Ham change of the evening. Greg Lincoln finally deciding now is the time to do so, and Preston Fearon, the man who took the free kick, is the man to make way. He'll be replaced by Gabriel Caliste. So an injection of energy from the substitutes bench from the young Hammers. Preston Fearon, 103 minutes of action. His race is run. Good shift from the number 7. Probably felt like he should have scored. That's well read by Colin Beckis. Now finds Ajala, who's been quiet in extra time, but that's usually when he's at his most dangerous. Here's Medine now, taking on the full back. Hasn't executed step over correctly. Here's Benchieta now. For the Cottagers. Switch of play, long switch of play. Finds Ali Waheed. First touch invites the pressure from Ryan Olabade, but he's missed his 50-50. Here's De Jesus. Fulham have players forward, but Briggs is the one who actually gets picked out inadvertently from the Fulham man. It was 4-on-1 there if he got his head up to Jesus. Couldn't execute it correctly. Briggs leading on that experience at this young level to clear for a Fulham throw-in. It was Oyabade, who actually celebrates, turns 19 next Thursday. He was the one who missed his 50-50. Here come Fulham again once more, not letting up. On the edge of the box, Ali Waheed. It's through down. It's a goal for Fulham. They've regained the lead now, and it's a substitute, the number 15 in Dan Casey, who's fired the Cottagers back in front. Fulham, West Ham failed to clear their lines. It dropped to the feet of Casey, who made no mistake with his finish, and Finn Hooper in goal couldn't keep the effort out. It started with Ali Waheed, poked it forward, getting all a bit messy in there. Really clever pass from Ali Waheed, finding Dan Casey, who left-footed, struck it into the top corner via a strong palm from Hooper. And now with very little time remaining of the first half of extra time, it is Fulham under 21s 2, West Ham under 21s 1. Not long left now of this half. We're going to be at the referee's discretion in 5 seconds. Will there be any added time? Possibly, due to that goal. West Ham will need to respond again in this game, as 2 additional minutes have been indicated, a minimum of 2 additional minutes by the 4th official. So the substitute making the difference. Will Lincoln look to the bench to a substitute super sub hero of his own as Clayton hits out our play? As it stands, Fulham will be travelling to Brighton Hove Albion in the quarter-finals of the Premier League 2. But Fulham still have 15 minutes or more to defend. This is a free kick now to West Ham. Of course, now you can see the West Ham players in a rush to get things underway. Interesting if Fulham changed their shape. It was Dean now latching onto it after Caliste had fallen down, but Senga does well to receive his own pass, then Caliste trips him. I think just minutes after coming on, Gabriel Caliste will be the next West Ham player to be yellow carded, and he's having no real complaints from that one. It was a really good show of athleticism from Jonathan Asenga. Gareth Bale-esque to hit it down the line and receive his own pass, but as he received it, he was tripped and fouled. So we've got about 30 seconds left now of the first of extra time. It's Fulham 2, West Ham 1. Currently, and Casey is the match winner. Here is Colin Beckis. Lovely flick in there to find Orford, who's found a way through A really tight gap. Here's Golan Beckis now. Releases Medine. Chance to deliver first time. He will. It's low. It's going to sit up nicely for Cummings. Is it? No. Golan Beckis will receive it. Pokes out wide. Forces Clayton backwards though. He will deliver left-footed. Again towards the middle. Cleared by a Senga. Picked up by Ben Shater. And outside the foot pass. Looking to release Wingate, who is fouled. Is he? No, it is half-time in fact. So half-time of extra time. It's Fulham 2, Fulham under-21s 2, West Ham under-21s 2. So the shortest of breaks. We're going to stay on live here now, as the players will stay out on the pitch. And for Greg Lincoln, this is his real final opportunity to instruct his team on how they can get themselves back into this round of 16 tie. Because right now they're staring elimination from this competition in the face. Still got some options on the bench if necessary. Louis Brown, Riley Hagen, Andre Dyke in particular. Andre Dyke, of course, 11 goals in 18 under 18 Premier League apps. So he's certainly a man who knows where the back of the net is, albeit slightly young and inexperienced at this level. Of course, Hayden Mullins in the opposite dugout. He'll be instructing his team on how they can see this game out to put that quarter-final tie away at Brighton Hove Albion. A lot of tired legs out there now. It really is a mental battle rather than a physical. You can just see there plenty of players stretching it out. It's been a real intense battle from both teams. Free-flowing football, which has slightly devolved as the game has progressed due to the fact that players are just tired, as expected. I think it's number 11 for West Ham and Clayton, who was getting stretched. Both legs were getting stretched out there. Again, able to continue. So we're now, looks like we're just about ready for the second 15 minutes of this match at Roxby Park. Can West Ham force it to penalties or even find a winner themselves? That's not out of the question, of course. Stranger things have happened. But they will need a seismic effort now to restore parity. Likely candidates are Dan Cummings, Josh Ajala. Gabriel Caliste will be looking to make his mark off the bench for sure. So Fulham now have the opportunity to get things underway in the second half of extra time. Will they change their approach? Is that something that Hayden Mullins would have been telling his players? Interested to see if they divert from their free-flowing attacking football and go into a defensive mould. Zine Ben Shater standing over the ball. And a referee for the final time tonight, going through the final checks. And now we're back underway for the final quarter of an hour of this encapsulating contest. 18-year-old Ryan Oyabade's first action is to kick it out of play for a Fulham throw-in. The first action of this second half of extra time, of course. He's been heavily involved during the game. And now we're just seeing Fulham delay, take their time. Again, as expected, they have that goal, have that lead to protect. De Jesus drying the ball on his shirt. He will go long down the line. Oh, he gets it first and lashes it long, but there's just no one in Claret waiting to receive it up front. And Fulham responding kind and launch along themselves. One by Oyabade, 50-50, one by Clayton, but drops to Jesus, who tried to take the sting out of it and release Farhan Ali Waheed out there, but he misses it, and West Ham get things back underway. Ajala caught on it by Chingwaro. Ali Waheed now looks up, dances in field, gets away from Oyabade, goes down under the pressure. The referee waves those appeals away pretty quickly. got caught in between two defenders there, Ali Wahid. Went down under little pressure, but hearts would have been in the mouths of those West Ham defenders back there. Another goal for Fulham will surely seal this contest. That's a heavy touch from Oyabade, out of play for a throw-in. Frustrating that for the centre back. Now another Fulham player is down inside the 18-yard box for West Ham. It's Farhan Ali Wahid, who has been bright, and he's really struggling. You can tell by the way he's moving, or the lack of movement maybe. And that has just disrupted things in the second half for sure, or in extra time, sorry. And there'll be another substitution, a double change now for West Ham. Greg Lincoln looking to make some changes. Riley Hargan and Andre Dyke are the two that will be coming on. Regan Clayton's one of the players to exit the field. The other one will be Josh Briggs, is it?
Good, on forward.
It is. So, a change in shape potentially there for West Ham. Riley Hargan and Andre Dyke coming on. Regan Clayton and Josh Briggs off. Clear sign of intent. Andre Dyke again, 11 goals at under 18 level in the under 18 Premier League. Certainly a player that's really highly thought of in the West Ham setup. Can he be the hero and preserve their Premier League 2 status this evening? Time is running out though. Less than 12 to go, plus stoppage time. Downline by De Jesus. At what point do Fulham start going towards the corner? Can't be too far away. Golan Becker, so it looks like he's slotting in at centre half, has launched it long. Forward by Kaliste to Andre Dyke, who gets his first touch of the ball. Electric show of speed. Certainly something he can use to terrorise this Fulham defence who are shattered. Here is Medine looking to bypass a few players. Andre Dyke lays it off now to Hargan. It's through now, it's decisive play. This is Ramirez. Ajala back to Mayers inside the box now. It says Mayers across the box. It's a great save and it's in. And West Ham have equalised. And it's Lewis Orford at the back post, who's restored parity for a second time this evening for the Hammers. They've huffed and they've puffed and they've got their second goal of the game. Lewis Orford at the back post, another scrappy goal, and once again West Ham won't care. Great play from Ajala and Moyes in the build-up. Flashed across the face of goal. Collected to by Orford. Initially saved by McNally, but all he could do was present it straight back to Lewis Orford, who made no mistake at the second time of asking. And West Ham show their resilience, show their character once more. And we're going to see another change now, this time for Fulham. And Farhan Ali Wahid, who we just saw on the turf, receiving some help from Finley Hooper, the West Ham goalkeeper. He's done, his day is done. It's Brody Dare who will come on. At what point potentially do you look at your bench and think about penalty takers? That is the real question. And 10 minutes to go. Again, another reminder, if this game scores remain level, we will be going to a penalty shootout to decide the winners and decide who will play Brighton and Hove Albion away in the quarter-final of the Premier League 2. Here come Fulham now. Can they get their third, go in front for the third time? It's crossed, it's a dangerous looking ball towards the back stick. Here's a Senga. Bencheta dancing in field, it's cleared. And helped on now, back to Andre Dyke, who was lovely show of footwork there from Andre Dyke, full of confidence, battling for it, but loses out, and it's back now with Bencheta once more. Fires it in off Hargan. Fulham throw. A misser. Out wide now to De Jesus. West Ham needed a hero. Lewis Orford was it. Will there be another? Or is Orford going to be the protagonist in this contest? Can someone else steal the spotlight? Senga. Chata. Fulham's two most dangerous players really, or look the most dangerous this evening for sure, and Kwashi and Farhan Ali Wahid off the pitch. Get someone from the subs bench take their place, take the mantle of that creative responsibility. It was fired in there and bounces off White, and he could not control that. Filled by Myers in towards Kaliste on the slide. It does eventually reach Hagen, who's tripped. Both players allowed to resume. Picked up now by Seth Chingwaro. That one now to Asenga. Chance to deliver towards the back post, but Asenga, it was Wingate in there again, who connected with it, but couldn't quite adjust the neck muscles to divert that goalward. Wasn't an easy chance by any means for the striker. So it's Fulham under-21s 2, West Ham under-21s 2. Both sides have exchanged blows all evening. It's been a really fantastic game of academy football we've been treated to. A reminder, there will be a winner this evening. But who will that be? That is the question, as Hooper launched it long. Dyke jumped for it. That play for a West Ham throw on the halfway line. Colin Beckers to take it. Will he opt to do that long throw? He will actually, down the line, looking for Dyke or Cummings. Cummings helps it on. Dyke won't be able to keep that in play. That's gone for a Fulham goal kick now. Again, we saw it when the sides were level early on in the game, as the 90 minutes came to a close. Both sides nervous, not wanting to make that costly error that could cost them their status in this competition. So will there be one more big chance for either side? Wise has work to do. He leaves it, but thankfully for him, Bradley De Jesus had sort of given up on it. He's going to play for a West Ham throw. There's Ramaz. So that just shows not only the physical fatigue, but the mental fatigue for West Ham. Fortunately, Ezra Mayers is going to get a second chance at it after not the best throw in the world, and then fails to catch it. And he's actually going to leave it for Colin Beckers now. We always talk about the physical impact these games have, but also the mental as well. It's been 114 minutes of real concentration needed from every player on the pitch. And that's of course taking its toll. Where Bade takes a touch, then volleys it long. So Lewis Orford, a third goal of the Premier League 2 campaign for him, to add to his 2 assists, 5 goal contributions for the season in this competition. He'll certainly be happy with that after he's down on the pitch, despite looking injured earlier on. It's a massive plus for West Ham that he was able to continue. It's weak foot for Senga this time. Here is the goal scorer, Orford. West Ham did have a chance. He's looking long for Ajala, but a tired pass, lacking the right direction. Ajala can't do that, and here he is now with a misser. De Jesus clips it in down the line, looking for the run of the striker. The linesman's flag is offside, and it's gone wide anyway from Brody Dare. He's been on the peripheries of the game since coming on. As we now see a third West Ham change, it's going to be Louis Brown who enters the fray in place of Ryan Oyabade. So yeah, Oyabade is the man who will be exiting the field. Turns 19 next week. A really strong shift from defender. In fact, it won't. It'll be Jeffro Medine, I think, who actually will be the man who comes off. It is. So Jeffro Medine, who got that yellow card in the first half, but did fantastically well to keep his discipline and deal with the threat of the Fulham left side. He's made way. So Louis Brown slots in at right back. Hagen helps it on. Dyke competing. Cleared long by Sassi. Brown gets his first touch on the ball, helps it forward. Kaliste falls over. That is a free kick to West Ham. Gabriel Kaliste failed. Less than 5 minutes to go now. Does this game have one last twist? Orford standing over it again. Bade will go up. Louis Brown just thinking better of it and making sure he's tracking back. Do you stick or twist in this situation? West Ham certainly quitted players forward. It's in by Orford, flicked on, but into the palms of the goalkeeper. in a second might have some penalties to face, but he's taking a throw-in-like throw distribution towards De Jesus. Infield now to Manchete, who's picked up a pocket of space. On the corner now to the number 15, Dan Casey. Over towards Asenga, will he reach it? No, he won't. So it's actually Dan Casey who was chasing it. Can't keep it in play. There's a West Ham goal kick. And yeah, both goalkeepers, Alfie McNally now and Finley Hooper, will surely be thinking of penalties. We saw Finn Herrick, Academy goalkeeper, face penalties in the small matter of an FA Cup quarter-final at home to Leeds a few weeks back for the senior team. Of course, ended up being on the wrong side of that, but did save a penalty, the young goalkeeper. Good experience for him for sure. His namesake, Finn Hooper, will now be the receiving end from some spot kicks if we don't have a winner in the 3 minutes that remains. That's not a great kick from Hooper. Presents Fulham with a shot from distance. Second there, thought Hooper might have been caught out by the quick thinking of Dan Casey. He wasn't, thankfully for West Ham, but not the best distribution there from Hooper. Colin Beckus now launching it long, causing havoc for De Jesus. Louis Brown gets there first, he's playing at left back. Orford picks up the loose touch. Only as far as Casey plays it forward now for one of Brody Dare inside the box. Number 17, the striker for Fulham, shoots blocked by Colin Beckus. Dare never really looked like he believed he was going to score there. Heavy touch in there, kept in play. Here is Seth Chingwaro. Really has been that midfield metronome, the good foundation for Fulham. It was Sassy up from the back, a rare foray forward. Chingwaro tries to poke it down the line, blocked, but we'll get it back and force all the way back to goalkeeper Alfie McNally. Finds a misser. Here's Sam a misser now. Every West Ham player behind the ball other than Dan Cummins. Here comes Sassy now, closed down well by Hagen. Kicks out a play for a Fulham throw. So we just creep over towards the 120th minute. It's launched long towards the box, a turn on the volley. Saving there, and then it's blocked off Fulham man. It's all just getting a bit messy. Then it's cleared long hurriedly, which is something for McNally to deal with. Really sharp turning shots and in there on the volley. Straight at Hooper. That's a fantastic marauding run from a misser. Past 4 claret shirts. Out wide to Asenga, who will deliver. Cleared at the near post by Colin Beckus. Had to be there. But straight back to Asenga. Dyke is trying to stop the cross. It's back now. There's a strike and it's over the bar from Dan Casey. Caught it sweetly, too sweetly. Over the bar. Really good work initially from Asenga again, who just hasn't stopped. Sat up nicely for for Dan Casey, but he couldn't keep the effort down. Is there going to be any additional time at the end of the second half of this extra time? 2. Another 2 additional minutes added on. So 120 seconds, a bit less than that now for either side to potentially snatch a late winner. But if I was a betting man, I'd bet my money on it going straight to penalties now. Unless someone can conjure up some magic. Hooper launches it long. Off Kaliste. Hagen in now on the slide. It's something for Dyke to chase. He won't get there, but forces the goalkeeper to keep honest. Here's Sassy now. Sliding challenge in there. And Sassy's got back to his feet straight away. Wins the free kick. It was Hagen in there. Sassy just finding a second wind of energy. A few runs from deep. He's one inside a free kick inside their attacking half. Just. It's been left for Seth Chingwaro. I think Hagen ended up tackling him with his face there. So Seth Chingwaro to take, who actually played it short. Sorry, to Seth Chingwaro. Back now to Asenga, who will deliver towards the back. Oh, it's a massive chance, that. A massive chance for the winner there from Alfie White. Left unmarked. Flashes his header wide. Jonathan Asenga delivered it. Somehow he went through multiple bodies. I think Colin Beckers was appearing he was offside. I don't think he was. Alfie White. All he had to do was connect sweetly, get it on target, and Fulham would have been heading in towards the quarter-finals and booking a tie against Brighton of Albion. Instead, it's wide. We're now less than 20 seconds away from a penalty shootout.
Win this! Win this!
Hooper to go long.
Win this, Dan!
Cummings traps it. Lewis Alford doesn't get there first. In behind now, looking for the run there. Hagen, he goes down under pressure. That's a free kick, and that might be it. I think both players are now resigned to the fact that they know this round of 16 Premier League 2 tie will be decided by kicks from 12 yards. Hooper's going to take this free kick for West Ham, and he will be very busy in the not too near future. Hooper to take.
Wingate, 10.
Urging his players forward.
The
The referee's whistle is imminent, but it is launched long as a chance for West Ham. In fact, it's dropped to the feet of Dyke. I think the linesman flag went up anyway. It did. That would have been dramatic, but it wasn't. And it is all ended here. 2-2 between Fulham under-21s and West Ham under-21s. There will be a penalty shootout now to decide who will go into the quarter-finals of this competition and face Brighton and Hove Albion away, who beat Ipswich Town this evening. So many tired legs out there, but now they have to get prepared and mentally ready for penalty kicks. As Aridas Golombekis, the West Ham skipper, now just getting his players motivated and in the zone. The tail of the tape, it was Fulham who took the lead. The opening quarter of an hour, Farhan Ali Waheed placing it into the bottom corner. West Ham equalised just before the interval. Dan Cummings getting his 4th Premier League 2 goal of the season. In messy circumstances, but they all count. Ended 1-1 after 90 minutes. Fulham retook the lead through substitute Dan Casey, with Finn Hooper unable to keep the effort out, but West Ham came back again, and it was their midfield maestro Lewis Alford who gobbled up a chance on the rebound after his shot was saved after being teed up by Josh Ajala. So penalty kicks it is then here at Motspur Park. This game is going a distance. And who doesn't love a penalty shootout? Of course, West Ham, a lot of these players will have experience of spot kicks. A few weeks back, they were on the losing end against a senior side in Boreham Wood, but hopefully they can use that experience to their advantage to get through this competition. Thank you to everyone still tuning in for what has been a really good game of football between two good footballing sides who have really got at it, attacked the game, looked great chances. It's been entertaining and a massive improvement from a West Ham perspective. Just less than 2 months ago, or just over 2 months ago, sorry I should say, it was 5-0 here to this Fulham side. It's 2-2, and people would argue, some would argue, and probably fairly, they had the better chances to win the game. Showing that character that was missing in that 5-0 defeat by coming back from behind twice. So who will it be then? Who will be taking the penalty kicks? We shall see imminently. But certainly it will be Alfie McNally and Finlay Hooper in goal, who will be tasked with being a hero for their respective sides. These experiences of these penalty shootouts will, if anything, stand the players in really good stead for the future, of course. Having these pressured situations at a young age prepares them for when it will happen at senior level, which of course is the aim for all these players to break through into their respective senior sides. The Fulham team have broken away from their huddle, as have West Ham now. Interesting to find out whether Hayden Mullins, the Fulham manager, or Greg Lincoln would have had a predetermined list in the event of this happening, or whether the players just volunteered on the spot and whether they had a good feeling or not, whether they wanted to take it. It's all about confidence. This is a mental battle, of course, rather than a physical. Of course, beforehand we need to find out who will be taking the penalties first, who will be taking it second, and at what end will it be. So Alfie McNally, of course, in goal, but also in charge of deciding whether he wants to face the kick first or let his team score first, or try and score first. Here is Aridas Koulabekis. The coin toss, very crucial one. Who will win it? It will be down our right side, as you see on the stream. Now time to see who takes first. It'll be West Ham who have the decision. So what will Aridas Koulabekis decide? Thank you to all 1,400 of you plus that are watching on the stream on West Ham's official YouTube channel. I believe it's going to be certainly down the side. Who is going to take the penalty first? The players are now taking their positions on the halfway line. Who can hold their nerve? That is the question on everyone's lips, and we will find out very shortly. I think Fulham number 9 here, Wingate, Tom Wingate, is emerged from the pack, which suggests to me he'll be the person to take the first penalty. So West Ham potentially opting to go second. It looked like Koulabekis might have won the coin toss. That is purely speculation. I was just basing it off body language, but despite all that, it will be Fulham to take first. Tom Wingate has the first penalty up against Finn Hooper. Referee blows his whistle. Wingate will step up, right-footed. Can he hold his nerve? Wingate blazes it over the crossbar, and Fulham, and the first time of asking, have missed their kick from 12 yards. Finn Hooper guessed the right way, but he wasn't needed. A terrible penalty from Fulham number 9, Tom Wingate. And now gives West Ham number 10, Josh Ajala, the chance to give West Ham an early advantage. Going second isn't always the position you want to be in, but when the side you're playing missed the first one, puts you in a good spot. Josh Ajala, 12 goal contributions in 13 Premier League 2 games this season. Been around the senior team this season. He will also be taking it right-footed. Can he do what Tom Wingate failed to and find the back of the net from 12 yards? Jala steps up. Jala, cool as you like. And West Ham had the advantage after one penalty taken each. Nifty run up, little shuffle, and there was an early dive actually from Alfie McNally. Dove the wrong way, and a really good spot kick from Josh Ajala, composed as you would imagine. Now up steps Dan Casey, scorer of Fulham's second this evening. Fulham are behind, so this to level things up. Up steps Casey. Casey! That's a great penalty. Into the corner once more. This time Hooper was who dove the wrong way. Even if he dove the right way, it would have been really hard to stop that one. Dan Casey firing in. Into the corner. Fantastic spot kick. So it's 1-1. Fulham having taken 2 kicks. West Ham taking 1. Now here comes Lewis Orford, the goal scorer of the second West Ham goal. So Dan Casey found the net for the second time this evening. Can Lewis Orford follow suit? Orford for West Ham. It's Orford! Fantastic penalty. McNally dove the right way, but couldn't get anywhere near it. Right in the corner from Walford, held his nerve. Exemplary show of composure there. Opened up his body. Threw McNally in a flash. I think he got a bit of a touch onto it. Up steps now. It's the turn of Eddie and Sassy for the Cottagers. So it currently is Fulham 1, West Ham 2 on penalties after 2 spot kicks taken. A miss or a penalty save here from Finn Hooper will put 1 foot into the quarterfinals for West Ham. Eddie and Sassy to take. Defender in charge of taking the 3rd penalty for Fulham. And Sassy, he also goes to the keeper's left and also finds the back of the nets. Hooper guessing wrong once more. Another really smart penalty, this time from the defender into the bottom corner. It's 2-2. Now Dan Cummings, forward by name, going to take this spot kick. Scored the first equalizer for the Hammers this evening. I'm sure he's taken quite a few penalties in his time. Up against Alfie McNally. Cummings. Up steps Cummings, and he also makes no mistake. It's been 3 perfect penalties from a West Ham perspective so far. It's 3-2 to West Ham. And right now they're just doing their job well. Another great penalty, sending the keeper the wrong way. Here come Fulham. Nazim Benchaita. A lot of pressure on this kick. If they miss and West Ham and score, West Ham go through. Nazim Benchaita buries it into the corner. Finn Hooper, for all the world, looked like he might have reached that. Didn't have a lot of power in it, but the accuracy was there. Really short run up actually from Nazim Benchaita. Not messing around. A great penalty in fairness. Past Hooper before he had a chance to connect. Here comes the skipper. The man with the armband, Aridas Golombekis, stepping up to assume responsibility. He got that captain's armband round his right bicep for a reason. This to make it 4-3 for West Ham and pile the pressure on Fulham. Golombekis. Long run up. It's Golombekis and into the back of the net. Just. And he's a one relieved man. It went through Alfie McNally. He dove the right way. He got 2 strong palms to it, but couldn't keep it out. Ended up putting it into the corner. Golombekis, the most relieved man in all of London in this current moment. Here now comes number 17 for Fulham, Brody Dare. He has to score. If he misses, or Finn Hooper saves, West Ham are in the quarterfinals of the Premier League 2. Brody Dare, right-footed, over the bar. West Ham are through to the quarterfinals of the Premier League 2. They win 4-2 on penalties. Aridas Golombekis with the winning penalty. Finn Hooper didn't have to save one, but 2 missed penalties from Fulham means they exit the competition, and West Ham will now play Brighton and Hove Albion in the quarterfinals at Brighton. A fantastic moment for these young Hammers, holding their nerve. 4 perfect penalties. Golombekis one has an asterisk next to that one, but he still went in, therefore it is perfect from a West Ham perspective. They're through. Fulham dejected. They put in a really good effort, but a great show of character, grit and endeavour from West Ham to come from behind on 2 occasions and then prevail on penalties. So full time here at Motspur Park. It's Fulham 2, West Ham 2. West Ham advance into the quarterfinals of the Premier League 2. 4-2 on penalties. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Have a good rest of your evening. Good night.
Go!